line up the grid. One more Sunday, that's how we live. Arcade wheels and truck bed steel. Hands on the wheel, man, this thing feels real. Green flag drops, hear the crowd go loud. In a Simcase storm, I'm chasing the crowd. Wide knuckle tight through turn 3. Don't blink, don't slide, just follow me. Flaming karma, burn it down. Flaming karma, Sunday night all around. Motor mouth broadcasting. Call that a race, let it fly. Hold that line and let it ride. Flaming karma, here we go, here we go. ARCA first, then the trucks roll through. Doubleheader heat on a blacked out fuel. Draft gets nasty, bump gets mean. Paint gets traded on the final straight scene. Names on the board, I know mine too. Every lap says what a hot shoe do. Motor mouth talking through the checkered haze, making that finish sound like a glory blaze. No room left, no time to breathe. Hammer down and never leave. Flaming karma, burn it down. Flaming karma, Sunday night all around. Motor mouth broadcasting. Call that a race, let it fly. Hold that line and let it ride. Flaming karma, here we go, here we go. When the truck pack closes in, I dig deep and hold my grin. One more lap, one more fight. Keep that rhythm through the night. Flaming karma, burn it down. Flaming karma, Sunday night all around. Motor mouth broadcasting. Call that a race, let it fly. Hold that line and let it ride. Flaming karma, here we go. Ah, flaming karma, here we go. Oh, arcade smoking, truck stop thunder. Sunday nights I pull you under. Flaming karma, full send glow. Motor mouth says, let's go. Ooh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Paperclip Martinsville Speedway up here in Martinsville, Virginia. The site for the next round of the Flaming Karma Doubleheader Series. Starting off with the ARCA as we always do, and then we'll flip to the big boys in the trucks later on this evening. You're going to see it all live here on Motormouth Broadcasting. Good evening, folks. I'm the Redneck National Jay Reeves. My good buddy, as always, Co-commentating with me, Charles Bochelle, and as the lovely Miss Omet on production here tonight. Charles, buddy, how the hell are you? Obviously, last week we had the race at Sonoma. We had both of them. It was a wild race, really. I mean, for as far as a road course goes, we just thought it was wild last week. Now we're going to run Martinsville with 2 races. This is going to get a little bit hectic.
Yeah, it is going to get hectic, Jake. You're exactly right. Obviously, big change in scenery here is we're on a very, very short half-mile track. It's basically 2 quarter-mile drag strips connected by 280-degree tight turns. And, whereas with Sonoma, if you ran off the track, you got a chance to recover that car here. If you run off the track, you're into a wall and hoping you don't take somebody with you. And tempers tend to go up in a little short track setting like this. So we'll keep an eye out on some potential aggression here tonight. But I think we got a really good group of drivers. I don't think that's going to be a big issue today. But looking forward to a really good race. Obviously, very difficult track here to kind of wrap it around. It's a little bit more difficult than you kind of realize here with this very short track.
Yeah, and I cannot wait. Hopefully, we get to ring the obvious bell, which is obviously that is the plan. If it happens, if it doesn't happen, who knows? I'm sure Gerald Poole would love for me not to. Well, he might actually want me to ring the damn thing. Who knows? But obviously, that is when beef kicks off. That's when usually somebody's a little bit ill with somebody. We end up having somebody fighting and all good stuff. You see Conan working his way, Joseph Conan working his way around the racetrack. A couple of others right here, Stephen Linder. Ryan Warp right now, they are currently up at the top. Gerald Poole, obviously, he set his time, fastest lap, 19.512. A couple of 19.5s out there as well. And Gerald Poole right now currently running or qualified so far in the 3rd spot. Nobody's jumped him yet, obviously. Well, for the time being, there's a couple more that still got to run, but obviously Gerald Poole, he set this out in the broadcast chat and wanted us to give a shout out, and we very much will. Obviously, before the forming of the pace laps, but we'll go ahead and we'll do it as of right now. Obviously, Gerald Poole, his wife's cousin, died from a motorcycle accident this past week. And she's in Maryland right now at the funeral. So he had a tribute scheme planned tonight, and he was going to run it, but he couldn't get it done in time. But he was a big Harley guy. He was still in his 30s, very, very young, and left a young daughter behind. So unfortunate. His name, Ricky Hickman. So they are running for Ricky here tonight, especially with Gerald Poole. Charles, I mean, that's always one of those hard things to get out here. I mean, we're all out here to race and have fun, but when you're racing with a heavy heart like that right there, it does it's going to kind of get at you a little bit. I mean, at least it would me. I mean, I don't know about you, but it would get at me a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. As actually just got a little note from Gerald there. That's actually that message was from Andrew Cowart. So it's Andrew Cowart's friend or wife's cousin, I should say.
Oh, okay.
And so there we go. But yeah, the Hickman family, keep those people in your prayers. Obviously, very sad situation to go that young, especially with a young family. It's just it's tragic, and we will be thinking about them for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, very unfortunate for that. I tell you what, real quick, if we get while we got a chance right here, before we go green, or before we even get the grid lined up, before we start getting rowdy like we usually do, Charles, we'll go ahead and just real quick take a moment of silence for Ricky Hickman. Running for Ricky tonight. Qualified is in the books. Flaming Karma Sunday night doubleheaders. ARCA is here. We're going to get it lined up. Here is the points from what we're looking at right now. It's a tie up there at the points after Russell Martin Jr. put a whooping on the field last week. Ryan Warp currently sitting at the top. Martin Jr. right there. They're at the top, both of them. Gerald Poole about 6 points behind. Then Coward, as we mentioned, 1 point behind. Then Burgess, Linder, all those guys up there at the top 6. So point battle could kind of flip-flop a little bit here tonight. Russ Martin Jr. right there in that area. Ryan Warp up there as well. But that's what the points look like as far as the ARCA series goes. And Charles, we talked about this. Martinsville, Virginia. I mean, they give out damn grandfather clocks here. I mean, that is crazy that is a trophy is to have an actual grandfather clock. Doesn't make a damn if the battery works in it. It's just a clock that you get. Yep. And it's historic. It's one of those historic things. I love it.
Yeah, I think Martinsville is known for obviously the track configuration, hot dogs, and grandfather clocks. And, it's just one of those special traditions here for, we've got those all over in NASCAR, just very unique presentations that some of these people get. The grandfather clocks have been there, I mean, seemingly forever. And, I think I think I heard Darrell Waltrip say one time, he said, I had so many of them, I had to start giving them away. He'd won so many times at Martinsville. That's a cool thing. Unfortunately, we have no grandfather clocks to give out for tonight's race. I'm not sure we've got grandfather pocket watches in the budget. So, guys, you'll just have to take the accolades of a job well done tonight if you get a chance to win this race. So, good luck to everybody tonight. And it looks like this is going to be one of those races where it's going to be tight. This track, you saw the qualifying times, tenths of a second separating the whole field. So it's just going to be one of those that you should be able to stay with the group. And if anybody makes a mistake, you might be able to pick up a few positions you wouldn't think that you was going to be able to get tonight. And so, you're right. The points could change pretty drastically tonight based on what we got going.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the straightaways here for this half mile here at Martinsville, I mean, there is no banking. They are zero, a goose egg. The turns is about 12 degrees, which, I'll be honest with you, I thought they was actually a little bit lower than that. I thought it was honestly a little bit more flatter, but it's not. Obviously, it was made in 1947 all the way to now, asphalt on the straightaways. And they actually throw concrete right there in the lower lanes of the turns as well. The fastest lap, race lap, rather, was Ross Chastain. Now, I'm not 100% if that was up against the wall or if that was actually on top of the racetrack. It says 2022, so he actually did run the damn wall, and he got it on that one. So there's your 18.8. You wonder where that was in Ross. So I guess they could put an asterisk next to that time, but he ran it, so he ran it. But this was obviously, like I was talking about, my boy, the Watermelon Man. This is where that famous race was, where he needed a spotter, needed 2 spots to get in. And it was the final lap, and he just drove it into turn 3 and absolutely sent it. And, they call it the Chastain move, or Chastaining is what they always would call it. Which actually, obviously, you can't do that anymore because every single league saw it and they went, okay, that's banned. You can't do that anymore. Obviously, you're not going to see anything like that here tonight. If you do, obviously, Gerald Poole may end up giving you a little black flag. He may end up kicking you out of the league, probably.
It wouldn't surprise me in the least. Yeah, I'm kind of curious as to how these cars are going to run. I haven't been on Martinsville in iRacing. Generally, you kind of think of those corners as kind of a one and a half lanes at best. So I think the qualifying position is going to give you a little bit of an advantage. It's going to be difficult to pass around these corners. You're going to have somebody with a very, very deep send into the corner to try and make a move here. I don't think passing on the outside is probably going to work. So it may be that we don't see as much passing as we would normally see on a short track, but you never know. Obviously, brake lockups are going to be a thing. You might slide it up the track out to the outside line, which is going to be much slower here, especially if you start straddling the concrete and the asphalt. It's going to do all kinds of weird things to your car. So we'll have to see how this goes as we're finishing up our warm-up here, getting ready to get this race going tonight.
Yeah, I cannot wait to get it going here tonight. We'll see what happens. They got, well, actually, no, they're done with the warm-ups, matter of fact. So here we go, getting the grid lined up, race 1 for the Flaming Karma Doubleheader Series with the ARCAs. Or ARCA, I keep saying ARCAs. What the hell am I thinking here? The ARCA Series here tonight at Martinsville and under the lights, how you should do it. Stephen Linder will start on the pole with Ryan Warp. Be starting his outside coming into tonight, tied with the point lead with Russ Martin Jr. Gerald Poole coming in third in the points. Coming in tonight, he'll start third with John Berry, a couple of Chevys making up row number 2. Russ Martin Jr. got his win last week. Put a whooping on him. Joseph Conan will be on his outside. Russ Martin Jr., as I mentioned, tied with a point lead with Ryan Warp coming in tonight. How about Andrew Coward? 5.56. We love it. In that 5.56 Chevy, and John White will be up there in the P8 spot. We'll see how it turns out for him. Timothy St. G's got the fallout paint scheme, and Andrew Schuler will be rolling off in the number 54 Ford, the only Ford in the field here tonight. Mike Burgess, Nicole Crystal will be starting in row 6. Right out the field, back there, tail end Charlie, is Timothy J. Miller Sr. 13 drivers getting ready to rock and roll here tonight, Charles.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to get us a pace lap here, and we're going to get this thing going, and just kind of watch the start here. Obviously, with the cold tires, there's going to be a little bit of work involved for these drivers to get this car under control here on the early going, and we're going to make sure that they get the heat in, the brakes in good temps, some good air pressure in those, and then we're going to get some racing going. 80 laps tonight, so it's going to go by quicker than you think, obviously with 20-second lap times.
Yeah, we cannot wait to see what'll happen. Linder in the 88, Warp on his outside. Poole, Berry, Martin Jr., that's the top 5. Pace car is off. We're getting ready to rock and roll right here, baby. Pace truck is off. Running for Ricky here tonight with the ARCA Series. Starting it off with the doubleheader series with Flaming Karma. Green flag in the air. Whoa, Ryan Warp, huge jump on the outside lane. Linder, no go on it. Not sure what happened. A couple of them taking the Larson line up against the wall. A couple of them scraping it. Maybe trying that Chastain line. But Warp goes around. Here comes Poole. They'll go 1-2. Kick Linder back to third. Martin Jr. sliding up, and Cowart right now running in the top 5.
Yeah, good start to the race. You did see a couple of cars, just not enough heat in the tires, sliding up the track there at the start. Got it back under control. Didn't see anybody hit the wall, but Ryan Warp speed engaged there at the start of the race, jumps out to the lead.
Cowart now trying to slide down to the inside. He gets around Linder. He'll go to the 4th spot. Linder gets kicked back to 5th. John Berry up here as well. Berry running honestly, it kind of look like a damn old school looking paint scheme right there. Something like you see on a late model right there with John Berry. And very, very nice paint scheme. And so you see him right there wrapping it down in the cellar. Grandpappy hiding some moonshine from Granny all the way up here in Virginia. That's where they end up making that moonshine, at least from what I've heard. Get you some moonshine hot dogs up here. Good stuff. But Berry still in the 6th spot trying to make something happen. Here comes Gerald Poole. Looked like Poole took a shot. Caution's out. And it might be the 82 of Mike Burgess. I think the 82 of Mike Burgess ends up going around. Mountain Dew right there on the hood, going after the fallout, and the Tide right behind them. Was there contact?
Oh, there was.
Damn right there was contact. He got nailed by Conan right in the back end.
Yeah, it did indeed. Spun that 82 around, and the Tide ride is not going to be, I think he's going to have to maybe you may see that swap, that position change there, or you may ride it out, but caution out here for the first time. and let's hope that we don't get this cycle of cautions breeding cautions here early. It's going to make this race much longer. So let's see if we can get them all lined up back up and get them restarted again. Too early, I think, for a pit stop. So we're going to keep the cars coming around, and we'll be able to, as we see, I take that back. We got a couple coming into the pits now. Timothy St. Jean and Mike Burgess both into the pits early here, with only just a few laps of this race gone.
Yeah, I mean, and we obviously had a feeling, Burgess might go in. St. Jean really wasn't the one that ran Burgess over. So I figured actually Conan might actually go in. I mean, it did look kind of like a hard impact. I mean, it didn't look like anything. Just kind of just drove up in there, tagged him, got his back tires lifted off the ground. It looked like he knocked the hell out of him, at least from what we saw. It looked rough. But Burgess obviously going to come back out there. Now, remember, folks, they do have a fast repair that they can use here in these here in the ARCA series. They do have a fast repair. The trucks, nope, they ain't got nothing. All they got is what they got when they come out there. That's how it's been pretty much all season long. So that's the options that they have available to them. So you got to be careful, though. I mean, that contact, Charles, obviously that he had, even with Conan going in there, if they go in there and they have not unchecked that fast repair, just that contact right there alone will knock that fast repair clean out of their inventory. And then if somehow or another they get spun around or they end up knocking the right front wheel off of it or whatever later on in the race, they're pretty much screwed because they end up losing that fast repair.
Yeah, it's one of those you got to keep an eye on that. And obviously, you want to hang on to that as best you can. Do see that the 12 car Joe Conan did get an EOL. I'm going to guess for the contact with the 82. But now the 82 is back at the back of the field after taking his pit stop. So he's going to start right behind the 12 car here as we get double file, get ready to get this back underway.
Yeah, here we go. Pull up top. Warp going to be on the bottom. Warp time as here we go back at it. God, there went Coward. Coward gets nailed. Might have spun the tires. Barry got him as well. Sparks up under the 5.56. That Sparks shooting out of that like shooting out of a damn rifle. That's exactly what it looked like. Once again, we look. Was their tires spinning? He just spun the damn tires. He just completely just spun them. Something amiss. Barry right there nails him as well. Cowart goes up, hits the wall very, very hard. And like I said, you saw the sparks right there just a second ago, Charles. But I think he just got on the gas a little bit too much. Either that could have been something else. Could have been, which we've had this done. Maybe not spin the tires, but maybe he's sitting there in second gear. I've done this numerous times at these short tracks, and it's really ticked a lot of people off. Have it in the second gear, and you mean to just jam it up into third. I mean, the damn gearboxes on these shifters sometimes is very, very iffy. So maybe he was going from second trying to go to third, and he didn't shove it over. He didn't move it over fast enough. He ended up shoving it up into first, and that's what ended up initiating the contact with Barry getting in the back of him. Could have been either way, but honestly, I think that was a misshift from what it looked like.
Very possible, but definitely like the tires that he did spin the back. Whether that was just being in too low a gear or shifting down into it, but definitely did not get off the line. Did see that as he came into the pits, he did take his fast repair, so that's gone to him. And we're only just a few laps in. We're only 12 laps into this 80-lap race, so he's got to be on his toes, not watching for trouble. For the rest of this race, as the 9 has jumped back in, Gerald Poole back into the race lead here. Got a good start, got a good jump there on Ryan Warp, and is going to take control of the race here and lead us out of this caution period, and we'll get started again. Looks like there are two double filing one more time. I think at some point this switches over if you have a few cautions in a row. It may switch over to single file restarts, which will I don't know if it helps or not, but I guess that's a little less of an opportunity for maybe some side to side contact. But if somebody misses a shift, they've just missed a shift, and it's going to back the whole line up.
Yeah, absolutely. And, we actually got a little bit of information earlier today about the All-Star race, which will obviously be at the Legacy Atlanta. That'll be July the 19th. So make sure you get yourself lined up on that. And also, hit the like, hit the subscribe, keep up with going on with MotorMad Broadcasting, as you know what's going on right here with Flaming Karma for the Sunday nights. As we are back green right here, Charles, I looked at this and damn. I don't know if you got a chance to look at this, but there is points all over the place on this All-Star deal. I got lost on this one. So I know for a fact, 100%, that I'm either going to have to do a lot of research during that time, or I'm going to have to drink a lot of beer to try to be able to understand what that picture's going with. And I may try both and just see what happens. Pool up front, though. He's got Russ Martin Jr. right there with him, Ryan Ward, Andrew Schuler, and John White, the rump shaker, rolling up here in the top 5.
Yeah, good start this time, and looks like we're going to get underway. As you see, Schuler already up 6 positions, so had himself quite a run there. Oh, is there a contact there? I think there was indeed.
Damn.
That was a 14 car on the inside, and we're going to get another caution flag.
Golly, rump shaker. Talking about rump shaking, my God, he sent it in there, shook it in the 83. Watch again. Watch John White just gets into the corner. I think he gets in there a little bit too hot. He saw a hole. Yeah, he got in there really hot. Comes up, gets to 54. As Andrew Schuler gets set up. And I don't think that was necessarily the caution. What the caution was Timothy St. Jean in the 81 in the Fallout car. You don't even see him. It's because he got tagged from the back end and got set sideways. He got put up on an outside retaining wall. As you see a couple guys coming down right here. You got Linder coming down, Burgess, Conan, obviously St. Jean with the contact that he had getting sent up on an outside retaining wall. And Charles, we talked about this as well as, as far as fuel and all that goes with these ARCA cars and, all that good stuff. Usually you end up getting there's not going to be enough gas to make it all the way to the end. That's just how Gerald Poole's got it. He's got it for the ARCA series and for the trucks. I would assume we're looking at, if you ran green, probably 50 laps. But honestly, I mean, you get enough cautions, you can save enough gas and be able to make it regardless.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I think they normally use like a 2-for-1. So 2 caution laps equals 1 race lap. And so, every time we go under caution here, we'll run 3 or 4 caution laps, and then that'll just extend your fuel window out a little bit further. But I don't know that we're going to have enough to get to the end. I still think we may see some cars come in, and it might not be for fuel. It may be just because some tires. It's just we keep putting the pressure on this right front as we hit in these corners. It just may be that we just want to come in and get at least right sides and then top off the tank as well while we're there. But we'll see. But we do see that John Wyatt did get an EOL penalty, and I think that was for the contact with Andrew Schuler, if I'm correct there. And we did see, as you said, that Timothy St. Jean get sent into the wall. I think that was Joe Conan again. Just looked like, from what I saw on the replay, just didn't get it wound up quick enough there. And here we go. Caution is coming to an end. Pace truck's back in. We're ready to go green.
Yeah, we're ready to go green and get back at it here tonight at Martinsville. Third caution is done with 60, close enough. 60 laps to go. Maybe not. It'd be 22 on it, so 59 laps to go. Close enough, though. Pull up front. Martin Jr. sitting in second. Ryan Warp, Andrew Schuler, and John Berry. That's the top 5 of Coward, able to battle back. Remember what he had issues a while ago with? Only problem is he burnt that faster pair for Coward. See, he's got a long drive. He's got to try to get back up here. There's Nicole Crystal trying to make something happen. Riding on board with Linder. Linder in the 88 trying to make something happen. Here comes Burgess down to the inside.
Yeah, he's just got caught out on the outside, and he's struggling to get that car turned through the corner, and just keeps riding a bit high. I think he's going around.
Yeah, absolutely. Linder ends up getting tagged, gets set around. Brings out the next caution. Yeah, David Dean, he saw that one right there and thinks somebody got in there a little bit too hot. Once again, Conan, the 12. That is twice here tonight. The 12 has oversent it just a little bit going into the corners. and ends up getting himself in a bad way. That's twice right there. I mean, Joe Pool's got to be looking at that, going, "Okay, something's up here. Might want to do a little something. Hold him a lap or something."
Yeah, he's already been given the EOL penalty. We've seen, that's twice we've seen cars getting down on that curb on the inside, which they've revised since back in the day when it was just basically stone pavers on the inside there. They've at least given a little bit of arch, but it's kicking the car back out as you're getting on the brakes down into the corner. You get on that inside curb and it just kicks the car back out to the middle of the track. And generally speaking, that means there's a car on the outside that's about to get hit. So I think the drivers are going to have to make a few adjustments and say, hey, look, maybe I can get it down. We've got a car high. I can get down early in the corner entry, but just kind of ride it out and then get the run out of the corner, finish the pass on the next straightaway. And I think that's going to work a little better for a lot of these drivers as opposed to just trying to send it down into that almost flat corner there, only 12 degrees of banking, and then having to ricochet it off that inside curb. And it hasn't worked yet. I don't know that it will for tonight.
Yeah, probably not. We've seen numerous people or numerous drivers or however you want to look at it, just jump them curbs and then end up sending it up in there. But that right there, that was just, this it's like we were talking about. He just sent it. Missed the brakes a little bit. And, Linder, obviously, maybe not. We'll see. But Linder, obviously, we saw him start up way up there at the top. He only started on the pole. And he went all the way to the back. Then he flip-flopped. Then he goes up. Then he's like I was talking about, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. He hadn't figured out which end of the spectrum he wants to be on. But up front, we have found Andrew Coward. He is up front, 556, leading this thing. How about Nicole Crystal? How about this right here, Charles? Yeah. Last week, road course, she didn't like it. I'll be honest with you, I'm with her. I don't like them neither. She's up here. She's the hard charger right now with Burgess sitting in third. And, then you got Linder and Ryan Ward, Gerald Poole. This is an opportunity for someone like Nicole Crystal to come out of this, get some points, possibly a win. Everybody starts reckoning all that other crap's been happening back there. Who knows? Crystal may end up sliding up here, making it happen. We're back green. Coming up on lap 30 of the race here tonight, and she's going to slide on up top a little bit. Linder going to try to see if he can maybe make a hole. They're going to look, what the hell? Yeah, just go ahead and get all of them. Crystal hard in the inside wall. She flips almost, and so does Linder.
Wow. 3 wide coming out of the corner. Saw Crystal go wide. And the 88, who has been running wide on these restarts, manages to hang it in the middle. And then 3 wide as Crystal comes off, banks it off the wall there. And there's nowhere for anybody else to go. And that's half the field involved in that incident right there. And, it's just part of racing. You're going to get those. And we're going to EOL as issued out for Crystal for, initiating the contact. And so she's going to have to go to the back, but I think there's a lot of them going to have to go to the pits and get some repair work done.
Yeah, there you saw Gerald Poole right there in the 9. He just done all he could, try to get down to the inside, not able to do it, not able to miss it. He ends up getting involved. You name it. St. Jean, I think he got a piece of it. You saw Barry right here riding on board with Barry, actually. Was he able to miss it? Nope. Actually, that was Gerald Poole, who we were riding on board with, same camera angle. From what he had going on. So obviously that was Gerald Poole's issue, or from what he saw anyway. And damn, you usually don't. Well, I would sit here and say you don't see a big one a lot. When we come to Martinsville, you usually see it at Daytona and Talladega and stuff like that. I would say that, but we've seen some big ones when we come to Martinsville. That could be classified as a big one.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was that would be a big one. That, like I said, that was half our field tonight. So it was a pretty significant wreck as we see all the cars coming down that were involved getting their repair work done. Looks like maybe they're all coming back out. Looks like fast repairs are working. I do see I think that's still the black flag for Joe Conan there, and he is in the pits as well. And you see Nicole getting her repair work done as well. She's coming back out on the track, And so we'll get ready to get started here again as the pit stops finish up, and Nicole will be in the back of the field. And we'll have Ryan Warp up front leading the race, and he's got Coward on the inside. So Coward actually is going to be the leader there, the 556 car with a 45 on the outside. And we'll line them all up, and we'll do it all over again here as we're about 32 laps into this race, coming up to the halfway point. And I think we've had as many caution laps as we had green flag laps so far.
Yeah, I mean, and, I want to go ahead and formally say I do apologize, because I was actually giving Nicole Crystal a lot of credit and was hoping like hell something would happen. As sure enough, I started talking good about her, and then it all went downhill. So I'll quit doing that. Green back out. Coward sitting there up front. John White, I'm going to catch some hell in the live chat for that. You know that, Charles. Yep. But anyway, Coward right there as well. There's Barry trying to run the top as well, as we are closing in on the halfway point of race number 1 here tonight. Obviously, this is the ARCA series here with Flaming Karma. The trucks will follow about an hour's time later on here tonight around the 9 o'clock area. That is when we will see the trucks in store. And boy, those points is going to look fantastic when we get there. Back at it, though. Here comes Russell Martin Jr. Let's get Timothy St. Jean up on the top side as well. Coward still leads. Rump shaker up into the outside retaining wall. Ward slides by. Here comes Martin Jr. Oh, St. Jean, hold on to it, baby.
He held on to it. I think he had a little help. He got a little help getting turned and a little help getting straightened back out as he's back running. No cautions, but he's going to drop down to P8 as Burgess sneaks through. And good run there as Coward starting to check out just a little bit over Warp with Martin Jr. than the 91, trying to give chase. But it looks like we're clean and green here. We've got everybody lined up single file, and we do have a couple of cars that are looking to be lapped down here pretty quickly as they just had a little trouble getting back up to the back of the field there at the start.
Yeah, they're trying to make it back up there the best that they can, and now Burgess trying to hold his ground as well, trying to slide up there. You see it. Now battle once again. Here comes Schuler. Schuler slides by. Barry's going to try to slide by. White right in behind him. He'll have to fall in line, and he'll go to the 6th spot. It looked like, for a second, I thought they would have had somebody stopped on the apron. No, that was another truck. Here comes Schuler. He missed the corner. Slides up 54. He's going to lose a hell of a lot of spots. Poole slides down to the inside. He tries to take a shot at St. Jean as well. Coward up here. I mean, he's about 2/10 lead right now over Warren, but back here in this bucket, it is a dogfight. They are jumping curbs. They are doing it all back here. This is full send stuff right here.
It really is. 54 just struggling there, trying to get back in his rhythm, and got wide, and a lot of the guys took advantage of that. He's dropped down to P9. So back of the, I guess, the virtual pack here, a couple of lap down cars hanging on the back there, but yeah, just not a good couple of corners there for Schuler. So he's got to have some work to do. He's already got back by Burgess. He's got to work a little harder to get up to these next set of cars.
Yeah, he's got to make it up. Gets in the Coward, spins him around. No caution yet on the speedway. Hot damn, Russ Martin Jr. and Barry, they slide right by. Warp there as well. Coward stopped coming out of 4. Caution is out. This might not be good right here for your point leader coming into tonight.
No, I don't think so. That was another one of those really aggressive moves to the inside there. I could not tell if he caught the curb or not. He was very close, but then you see the 556 just trying to struggle and get back up to speed. Now, just, you can't run those tires, don't run sideways, unfortunately. So he's just in a bad spot there until he could get clear, and had several cars that came through, gave him a couple little bumps on the way.
Yeah, kind of give him a little bump draft, I guess you could say, here at Martinsville. Yeah. Kind of get him on up in the gear and get him going as well. Hey, real quick, folks, sponsors. Yeah, sponsors. We love sponsors. We love sponsors right here with Flaming Carmen, obviously over here with Motormouth Broadcasting as well. Got to give a huge shout out, obviously, to Navy Joe for what they do, and alloy wheel repair specialists. Good stuff, obviously. Navy Joe Coffee as well. Gerald Poole was talking about that last week. That was the Navy Joe reference that I was going with, in the alloy wheel repair specialist of the upstate. Good stuff. And also, we got this as well. There is merch coming. We have merchandise coming. Flaming Karma Racing League, you got the Navy Joe Coffee stuff coming, alloy wheel repair specialist of the upstate, probably by next race. So,
Nice.
it ain't now, obviously. So if you wanted to get your merch, you're going to have to wait about a week. But once we get to Charlotte next Sunday night, for the next round here for Flaming Karma, merch will be available. And maybe Gerald Poole will be able to hook us up, let us know where to get that merch. And Charles, he may be able to send us a hat or something. I mean, hell, why not? I mean, send us a hat while we're sending. I don't know why, but every damn race league, when they got merch, I always try to get them to send me a hat, and none of them ever does. I don't know why, though.
I wouldn't mind. I won't turn down a T-shirt. I promise you. So that's kind of cool. And if Navy Joe is involved in it, I've saw some of their stuff on their website from their just their coffee branding. There's some very, very good artwork there. So that would be something to look forward to. Is maybe a little merch on the way. We'll take that. As we're still here now under our sixth caution of the race. We're just past the halfway point. We're on working lap 46 here of 80 laps tonight. Looks like the lights are off. We're going to get going green here again very, very soon as we see the pace truck moving down, and we're going to get back under the green flag conditions, and we'll see how long we go here with our current lead with Martin Jr. leading with the 14 of John Berry on the outside. Work our way down into turn one for the first time. It looks like Berry's going to run a little bit wide. That's going to allow the 45 and the 9 to try and get by there. 45 clears them. The 9 does not, as he sends it pretty hard down into the corner there. He's going to hang on to that P3 position as we got side-by-side racing a little further in the back between the 54 and the 82. That is Burgess and Schuler. Oh, as we see that curb just jumping up again there, that inside curb, you got to be careful there. And that's Andrew Schuler getting a little loose, but managed to get it recovered. But that just lets Burgess go on through. Yeah,
Burgess able to slide on through. Charles, I was actually going to tell you, my mic was muted. That was the problem. Why we had that issue there? Oh, damn, St. James sends it. Gets Schuler. But I was going to tell you, good luck trying to get the shirt and everything. I've been trying for the past 5 years while I've been doing this stuff, and I still ain't got a shirt sent to me unless I had to pay for it. Other than that, St. Jean sitting at 6, took a shot, went around Schuler. There was contact. There was some door banging. And drop out, and, how do I say it? Drop out into the fallout? If that's how I said it. I might have said it wrong. If I did, by all means, hit us up in the live comments. And let me know. I should know. Hell, I watch the TV series and I play the games and all that stuff. I ought to know. But Barry up here trying to hold down third. Front three trying to get on out of here. It's Martin Jr., Warp, and Barry getting away from Gerald Poole, trying to make it a 3-horse race right here, coming to 28 to go.
Yep, absolutely. Saw Gerald Poole a little wide there coming out of the corner, and is going to hang back there in P4. 3-car battle up at the front with 90, 91, 45, and 14 as we're coming around 28 laps to go here as Martin Jr. hanging on to the lead. You see Ryan Warp back there just trying to get to the front, want to collect as many points as you can tonight and break that gap. Are these the two front runners in the series?
They are.
There we go. So you got the two championship leaders tied up. So this is going to break them up at least by a couple of positions here tonight at the end of this race, as they are both battling up at the front of this field, trying to see who's going to come out on top here and get the maximum points for this Martinsville race tonight.
Yeah, I mean, both of them actually tied with 71 points coming into the night, so that'll make it real interesting right there. So, Warp's got to be sitting there. Warp Time himself got to be thinking Martin Jr. right here in front of him. Got to find a way to get around him, or else, Junior's going to leave. I'm going to call him Junior. Just make it short. Call him Junior. Granted, not the Junior. Obviously, we know the Junior, Dale Jr. But obviously, that... he's got to get around him. He's got to find some way to get around him. He's got to wear him out. He's got to fill the mirror up, pull the intimidator, get him loose, slide him around. Hell, hit him in the butt and try to send him up the racetrack. Try something. Do something, or else Martin Jr. is going to keep leading these laps. He is going to come out of Martinsville with the point lead. And wouldn't it be fitting for Russ Martin Jr. to get the win here at Martinsville with Martin all over the place? I'm hearing Martin Jr. I'm thinking Martin Truex Jr. I keep hearing that every single time, Charles.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll have to. Hey, if he wins tonight, we'll have to rename it to Martin Jr.'sville. So that's what we'll call it from now on. Get a little look down the inside of the 45 there. Is he going to have room? It looks like Martin Jr. is giving him some room on the outside there. And not enough, only a 10th second back, so he's right on his tail. But yeah, just looking as you still see, running a little bit higher line, he's leaving that inside open there, and that's just giving Ryan Warp a nice easy look there. That car pushes one time, it's going to be a swap for position. So now we're back down on the bottom of the track, which is what you expect to see there. We see a little bit of lap traffic up front, and that might come into play here in the next couple of laps.
Yeah, we may end up seeing that. Obviously, lap traffic right up the road right there going into one. And Martin Jr. is sitting there in the lead, fixing to catch that lap traffic. Warp time, Ryan Warp right there with him. John Berry there as well. Mike Burgess kind of starting to close that gap a little bit right there in the 82. And, the pitting on how everybody pitted, when they pitted, it was a couple of laps. Obviously, I mean, everybody's kind of spread out right here, to be honest with you. Ryan Warp, John Berry, they took gas when they pitted. Russ Martin Jr., when he pitted on lap 30, he took 4 tires. Burgess took 4. St. Jean back there, they took 4. We got a couple of them pitting. Russ Martin Jr., Ryan Warp, Gerald Poole, the front 3 guys for a while. Now they're coming down pit road right here with 18 laps to go.
Yep, so it just shows you the fuel has ran out. So these guys are coming into the pits now, going to get their splash, maybe a couple of tires as we see the 14 come in on the following lap. And we'll see how these guys go as far as tires are concerned. But, 2 tires with the amount of fuel you're going to take on might not be a bad call.
No, I mean, it damn sure might not be. I mean, honestly, I think it's going to be a track position kind of deal right here. Get in, get out. And Charles, when's the last time you saw green flag pit stops on iRacing at Martinsville? Seriously, when's the last time we saw this? I don't think I've ever, in my racing broadcasting career, have seen green flag pit stops at Martinsville, because 9 times out of 10, it's cautions after cautions after cautions. You never get the green flag pit stops. But here we are. You saw the 14 of Berry right there. Here comes Coward, working his way around. Timothy St. Jean pitted on 45. Possibly may have enough if he can stretch it right here. He's got a 5-second gap right here over the 5.56. St. Jean might pull a rabbit out of the hat. May get him one if he's got enough gas to make it all the way to the end.
Maybe so. I saw the 5.56 car bouncing off the outside wall there a couple of corners ago. And so don't know if he's done any damage. Kind of looked like a rear end hit more than a front end hit. But obviously any hit on that safer barrier is going to put a little damage on that those outside tires and suspensions. So we'll have to keep an eye on him, as he's kind of falling off the pace just a tad there. So maybe maybe the tires starting to go on that 5.56 car just a little bit here, as we've got the 14 up in front of the 45 and the 91 there, and now the 45-91 coming around to take over those top 2 positions again. 91 taking on the outside. So I'm guessing the 14 may have done a fuel stop or a tire only stop there, as no, he actually was in the pits for quite a long time, and he's actually a lap down now. So John Berry actually dropped a lap as he was in the pits for 45 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunate right there for Berry. Now he's in a bad spot. He might have got busted going in. He might have got busted for speeding going in. So I mean, it is possible to get busted and get a speeding ticket when you race here. But right now, currently, everybody is a lap down except for Coward. St. Jean wanting this sucker to go green if he can stretch it. Him and Coward, they both pitted on 45. And Burgess, he pitted on 64. So if he can hold out and hold down, right there in front of Ryan Warp and Russ Martin Jr. He may have a shot. Damn, there they go. They slam right in behind him. Martin Jr. got a little bit of a rattling cage, if you will, and they start to slide on by as Timothy Miller Sr. right there behind them. If everybody does go through the cycle and St. Jean Cowart pits, this is the battle for the win right here. It's Burgess and it's Warp. And Burgess, we saw him have his issues earlier on. What it would mean for Mike Burgess to come home with a win right here, with coming this time with 8 laps to go.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that St. Jean and Cowart are both thinking if we're going to get a caution, we want it right now while we've got everybody pinned a lap down. So it's going to only allow one car to come around, and that's going to trap everybody else while we come in. So it's going to be very, very touchy here. I'm sure everybody at the front of this field is not wanting to cause an incident there because they don't want to caution. They've kind of made their beds, and you see the 556 sliding up the track. It's going to get the 4082, and it looks like the 45's coming through as well. So they're going to make it through. They're going to unlap themselves from second, but they still got 7 seconds up to St. Jean.
There goes Cowart right there. He pitted on 45, 556. He's had enough. He cannot go the distance. And like you said, St. Jean now, he's gonna try to run this thing long, I think. He's going to run it as long as he possibly can and stretch it as much as he can. And if he can make it, be in the catbird seat to win it here tonight at Martinsville. St. Jean still got it. Nope, ain't going to be able to stretch it, son. St. Jean coming in. Damn it all, he had a shot. He tried to make it work. Not able to do it. Timothy St. Jean's coming on down pit road for what will be his one stop. And now there's the battle for the race lead and the win potentially. Mike Burgess leading with Ryan Warp right there behind him. Russ Martin Jr. right there with him as well. See how long Burgess can hold him off, if he can hold him off.
It's going to be, it's going to be pretty close. I don't think St. Jean's going to be quite out of it yet. He's going to come out, I think, 3 or 4 seconds behind this lead group. So it may be a bit closer than we think here. And you see him right there coming out of that pits, right behind the leaders. And so he's going to be involved in this as well. He took a fuel-only stop there just to get to the end. So same tires he's been running since lap 45, but he's going to have a chance to get up there and maybe battle for the race win over here.
Yeah, very good possibility. It looks like timing and scoring may have an issue right now as it's kind of froze up, so we're trying to just stay with it the best that we can. Burgess still with the lead, and we're hearing that SDK's down, so we're trying to call it the best way that we can. Well, I don't see Barney the flagman waving the white flag just yet, but Burgess still trying to get up on out of here. Warp and Martin Jr., running for the second spot. Burgess trying to get up on out of here and try to get this race win.
Yeah, absolutely. As St. Jean is just about a second behind.
There's the white flag.
Martin Jr., white flag, last lap here. So we're going to get a battle. It's like the 82's got a pretty good gap. 2 or 3 car lengths over the 45. So the 45 is going to have to do something dramatic here on this last corner, but I don't think he's going to have enough. I believe the 82 is going to get this.
Yeah, Mike Burgess coming home with the win here tonight at Martinsville for the ARCA Series for Flamin' Karma. Looks like Ryan Warp's going to get second. Martin Jr. is going to come home with third. What a race down to the wire. What a race, what a drive right there that we saw here tonight. Is there you see the podium up there. St. Jean going to come home with the 4th spot. And Mike Burgess going to burn it down right here at the start and finish line. Get him a virtual grandfather clock. So big, so good on him to make that happen. As you see everybody kind of pulling on in the pits as well. There is Warp and there is Martin Jr. They are the 2nd and 3rd place drivers. And doing a little burnout right there on the back end right there. I'm not sure. Maybe Beef. I don't know. He pulled in front of him and he stood on the gas and the brakes and burned out right there in front of him. So maybe there was beef, maybe there wasn't. And it looked like SDK. I thought it kind of flipped there for a second. Thought it was actually going to work, but it is still shut down. Now it fires back up.
There we go.
And now we get some race results. So now we got it official here at Martinsville. 80 laps, 39.07 miles. So we never really go by the miles. We never have here at Martinsville. It always goes by the laps. With 7 green flag lead changes between 7 different drivers, 6 cautions for 23 total laps. Mike Burgess is going to get the hard charger all the way up the front, led 5 laps. He gets the win. Junior is going to get the most laps led with 21. Timothy St. Jean gets the fastest lap. Wasn't able to beat Ross Chastain, but he gets a 19.4 out of it, so he gets the fastest lap with Stephen Linder getting the pole. When it's all said and done, here tonight, Mike Burgess gets the win. Ryan Warp second, Martin Jr. third. We'll talk to those drivers here in a little bit. With Timothy St. Jean getting fourth, Gerald Poole gets fifth. Stephen Linder will come home with 6th. Andrew Schuler will get 7th. Andrew Cowart will come home with 8th. John Berry gets 9th. Joseph Colding gets the top 10 with Nicole Crystal, John White, the rump shaker, Timothy Miller Sr., the 13 drivers to start it here tonight. Well, let's go ahead and bring up our race winner. See if we can have a little chat with him, see what he's thinking right now. Mike Burgess, baby, got that win here tonight at Martinsville. He's going to be showering himself with some Mountain Dew when it's all said and done here tonight. Mike, buddy, congratulations on the win. Tell us about that strategy and having to hold off the 2 guys up at the top of the points here tonight, coming into tonight, Ryan Warp and Martin Jr.
I'll tell you what, guys, my strategy is I start at the back of the field every race just because I don't like getting pushed at the start. I wait for the cars to separate a little bit and then try to work my way through if I can. Tonight, just everything kind of fell my way and things worked out in the end.
Charles, you got anything for him?
Yeah, Mike. You're talking about that. Looked like we were going to be, the first half of this race was pretty much caution fest, and then once things settled down, the second half of the race, it was a long green flag run with green flag pit stops. Did that have any effect on your strategy during the race? You have to make some adjustments.
Yeah, I was hesitant on whether to change tires on that last pit stop under green or not, and I decided not to, and it kind of worked out because if I had have, I think Tim would have ended up winning that race because he would have come out of the pit straight after me there, so it kind of worked out in the end.
All righty, Mike Burgess comes home with the win here tonight. Mike, buddy, congratulations on the win. Appreciate your time. You got any sponsors, any shout-outs you want to thank?
No, we're all good. The Mountain Dew, of course, it's on the car. I wish I could remember who the painter was. Loved the paint job, so credits to him for that paint job. Love it, and it's working out for me on these races tonight.
Shout out to the painter. Obviously, with Mike Burgess, not the Cody Johnson song, the painter of the 50 or the 82 Mountain Dew Chevy gets the win here tonight. Mike, buddy, congratulations on the win. Appreciate your time. We'll see you in Charlotte next week.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
That was obviously Mike Burgess. We'll send him on down. We'll go to second place finisher, Ryan Warp. And right, obviously, we got Ryan Warp up here in the broadcast, but Ryan, buddy, Warp time. Ryan, I got to ask, obviously, you come in tonight, you were tied in the points, Russ Martin Jr. I got to ask, because y'all don't know me 100% on this, but I love to stir up stuff. Martin Jr. got right there on the back stretch, done a burnout right in front of you. I'm curious, what was the deal with that? Was there something that we don't know about between both of y'all, or was it just him just doing a burnout for the hell of it?
I think he was just saying hi. Kind of like when he ran into me earlier too. I think he was just saying what's up.
Okay. All right, Charles, you got anything?
Yeah, I mean, Ryan, it's obviously you guys were tied for the lead in the championship, and obviously you finished one spot ahead, but I think he had the most laps led. I don't know if there's bonus points for that, but that kind of feels like there's maybe a little separation between you guys going into the next round.
Yeah, it's still going to be really close because there's a bonus point for fastest lap, and I think I got the fastest lap and halfway leader. So I don't know how it's all going to shake out, but it'll still be close.
It will be close. Ryan, buddy, I'll ask you one more final question, that you can thank your sponsors and any shout-outs afterwards. But we saw green flag pit stops at Martinsville. We don't usually see that here on iRacing because 9 times out of 10, it's a caution fest. Everybody's wrecking left and right, and you end up having to make that pit stop under caution. What's the feeling actually getting some green flag pit stops at Martinsville? Because I tell you, it's like I told Charles, I've never seen that in my racing broadcasting career. What do you mean? What's that like?
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like where my pit stall was. I can't see it. It's on that curve there, and I got in there kind of slow, and the Mike beat me out of the pits or whatever. He pit like lap before or lap after, and I think that's what made the difference. But I didn't change tires the whole race. I was on the same tires all race, just fuel on the pit stops.
All righty. Well, Ryan, buddy, congratulations on the finish. You got any sponsors and any shout-outs you want to thank?
I'll shout out Navy Joe's Coffee and Alloyed Wheel Repair. I think they're sponsoring the league. And thank you guys for broadcasting this, and Richie and Mark and Gerald for putting it all on.
All righty. Ryan Warp comes home with the P2 here tonight. Congratulations on the finish, Ryan. Appreciate your time. We'll see you at Charlotte next week.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
That was Ryan Warp comes home with the P2 here tonight. We'll go to the third place finisher, Russ Martin Jr. Now we'll get the answer that we're trying to figure out right here, because Charles, you know where I'm going with this. Russ, buddy, congratulations on the third. I gotta ask, you done the burnout right there in front of Ryan. I'm curious. Is there beef right there? Because you done the burnout on the back stretch and just kind of burned it down right there in front of him and then gassed up. I mean, is there beef between you and Ryan Warp, or am I just trying to start something here?
You're just trying to start something, man. Me and Ryan get along well. That was just kind of a congratulatory. That was a hell of a lot of fun last 10 laps of that race between me and him for that second and third spot. That was just a hell of a lot of fun, and that's what that was.
Well, Russ, when we talked about the championship battle, it's still going to be tight, but it feels like there might be a little separation between you two, but you're both going to be the top two going into the next round. So what are you trying to look to do here this week in preparation for that next round?
Well, I think we're going to Charlotte, I think, is the next one, and I'm gonna have to put some time. I'm gonna have to put some time into that, because those for some reason, those D-shaped tracks, that and like Legacy Atlanta or Atlanta 08, whatever it's called, I kind of struggle to find pace at those tracks for some reason. So probably gonna have to really try to put some seat time in and try to figure out a way to get around there fairly quick. I mean, like tonight with Ryan, like you said, it's gonna be me and him, and I just got to keep him close.
There you go.
Keep him close. That's what you got to do. Try to keep him close. Russ Martin Jr., as we're going to call him now here in the Flaming Karma Race of the League. Russ, buddy, congratulations on the finish. Appreciate your time. You got any sponsors, any shout-outs you want to thank?
As always, just my whole team back there at Elevated Performance, supporting me through all of my lower series racing that I do. And you guys up in the booth putting on a hell of a broadcast every week. Enjoy going back and watching them. And Gerald and all the people here at FKRL who throw this on for us and put up with us each and every week.
Yeah, I got to put up with all of them. I guess that's Gerald Poole, obviously. But Russ Martin Jr. comes home with the P3 here tonight. Congratulations till the finish, buddy. Appreciate your time. We'll see you at Charlotte next week.
Appreciate it, guys. Have a good one. Thanks.
That was Russ Martin Jr. comes home with the podium here tonight. Now, Charles, as you know, we done this last week, so I want to get your final thoughts here on the ARCA race as we get ready to transition when we get to the truck race later on here this evening.
Yeah, good race overall. Obviously, caution filled the first half, but it settled down and everybody got into a good rhythm. And as you said, green flag pit stops. You don't see that every day at Martinsville. So I expect the field to be a little bigger. The field's going to be a little faster when the trucks get out there, and I think we're going to be in for a great show.
Yeah, I think we're going to be in for a hell of a show here tonight when we get to the trucks. I tell you this, the bar is set right now for the Flaming Karma trucks when they run later on this evening. Burgess getting the win here tonight and showing up the point leaders coming into tonight. We'll see how all that fluctuates when we get at it next week at Charlotte. Folks, we're going to take a little bit of an intermission, and we will be back here in just a little bit and get ready for the trucks here tonight at Martinsville. Stay with us here on Motormouth Broadcast, and we're back with the trucks later on here in just a little bit.
Boot up the rig, lock in the seat. Coffee gone cold, but the night feels sweet. Load that track, line up the grid. One more Sunday, that's how we live. Arcade wheels and truck bed steel. Hands on the wheel, man, this thing feels real. Green flag drops, hear the crowd go loud. In a Simcade storm, I'm chasing the crowd. Why knuckle tight through turn 3? Don't blink, don't slide, just follow me. Flaming karma, burn it down. Flaming karma, Sunday night all around. Motor mouth broadcasting. Call that a race, let it fly. Hold that line and let it ride. Flaming karma. Here we go, here we go. Arcade first, then the trucks roll through. Doubleheader heat on a blacked out fuel. Draft gets nasty, bump gets mean. Paint gets traded on the final straight scene. Names on the board, I know mine too. Every lap says what a hot shoe do. Motor mouth talking through the checkered haze, making that finish sound like a glory blaze. No room left, no time to breathe. Hammer down and never leave. Flaming karma, burn it down. Flaming karma, Sunday night all around. Motor mouth broadcasting. Call that a race, let it fly. Hold that line and let it ride. Flaming karma. Here we go. Here we go. When the truck pack closes in, I dig deep and hold my grin. One more lap, one more fight. Keep that rhythm through the night. Flaming karma, burn it down. Flaming karma, Sunday night all around. Motor mouth broadcasting. Call that a race, let it fly. Hold that line and let it ride. Flaming karma. Here we go. Ah, flaming karma. Here we go. Oh, arcade smoking, truck stop thunder. Sunday nights I pull you under. Flaming karma, full send glow. Motor mouth says, let's go. that's how we live. Arcade wheels and truck bed steel, hands on the wheel, man, this thing feels real. Green flag drops, hear the crowd go loud. In a Simcase storm, I'm chasing the crowd. White knuckle tight through turn 3, don't blink, don't slide, just follow me. Flaming karma, burn it down. Flaming karma, Sunday night all around. Motor mouth broadcasting, call that a race, let it fly. Hold that line and let it ride. Flaming karma, here we go, here we go. ARCA first, then the trucks roll through. Doubleheader heat on a blacked out fuel. Draft gets nasty, bump gets mean. Paint gets traded on the final straight scene. Names on the board, I know mine too. Every lap says what a hot shoe do. Motor mouth talking through the checkered haze, making that finish sound like a glory blaze. No room left, no time to breathe. Hammer down and never leave. Flaming karma, burn it down. Flaming karma, Sunday night all around. Motor mouth broadcasting, call that a race, let it fly. Hold that line and let it ride. Flaming karma, here we go, here we go. When the truck pack closes in, I dig deep and hold my grin. One more lap, one more fight. Keep that rhythm through the night. Flaming karma, burn it down. Flaming karma, Sunday night all around. Motor mouth broadcasting, call that a race, let it fly. Hold that line and let it ride. Flaming karma, here we go. Ah, flaming karma, here we go. Oh, arcade smoking, truck stop thunder. Sunday nights I pull you under. Flaming karma, full send glow. Motor mouth says, let's go. Ooh, yeah. Boot up the rig, lock in the seat. Coffee gone cold, but the night feels sweet. Load that track, line up the grid. One more Sunday, that's how we live. Arcade wheels and truck bed steel, hands on the wheel, man, this thing feels real. Green flag drops, hear the crowd go loud. In a Simcase storm, I'm chasing the crowd. White knuckle tight through turn 3, don't blink, don't slide, just follow me. Flaming karma, burn it down. Flaming karma. fly. Hold that line and let it ride. Flaming karma, here we go. Ah, flaming karma, here we go. Oh, ARCA smoking, truck stop thunder. Sunday nights I pull you under. Flaming karma, full send glow. Motor mouth says, let's go. Ooh, yeah. Boot up the rig, lock in the seat. Coffee gone cold, but the night feels sweet. Load that track, line up the grid. One more Sunday, that's how we live. Arcade wheels and truck bed steel. Hands on the wheel, man, this thing feels real. Green flag drops, hear the crowd go loud. In a Simcase storm, I'm chasing the crowd. Why knuckle tight through turn 3? Don't blink, don't slide, just follow me. Flaming karma, burn it down. Flaming karma, Sunday night all around. Motor mouth broadcasting, call that a race, let it fly. Hold that line and let it ride. heat. Coffee gone cold, but the night feels sweet. Load that track, line up the grid. One more Sunday, that's how we live. ARCA wheels and truck bed steel. Hands on the wheel, man, this thing feels real. Green flag drops, hear the crowd go loud. In a Simcase storm, I'm chasing the crowd. White knuckle tight through turn 3. Don't blink, don't slide, just follow me. Flaming karma, burn it down. Flaming karma. Sunday night all around. Motor Mouth broadcasting. Call that race, let it fly. Hold that line and let it ride. Flaming Karma, here we go. Ah, Flaming Karma, here we go. Oh, ARCA smoking, truck stop thunder. Sunday nights I pour you under. Flaming Karma, full send glow. Motor Mouth says, let's go. Ooh, yeah. Boot up the rig, lock in the seat. Coffee gone cold, but the night feels sweet. Load that track, line up the grid. One more Sunday, that's how we live. Arcade wheels and truck bed steel. Hands on the wheel, man, this thing feels real. Green flag drops, hear the crowd go loud. In a Simcase storm, I'm chasing the crowd. Why knuckle tight through turn 3? Don't blink, don't slide, just follow me. Flaming Karma, burn it down. Flaming Karma, Sunday night all around. Motor Mouth broadcasting. Call that race, let it fly. Hold that line and let it ride. Flaming Karma, here we go, here we go. ARCA first, then the trucks roll through. Doubleheader heat on a blacked out fuel. Draft gets nasty, bump gets mean. Paint gets traded on the final straight scene. Names on the board, I know mine too. Every lap says what a hot shoe do. Motor Mouth talking through the checkered haze, making that finish sound like a glory blaze. No room left, no time to breathe. Hammer down and never leave. Flaming Karma, burn it down. Flaming Karma, Sunday night all around. Motor Mouth broadcasting. Call that race, let it fly. Hold that line and let it ride. Flaming Karma, here we go, here we go. When the truck pack closes in, I dig deep and hold my grin. One more lap, one more fight. Keep that rhythm through the night. Flaming Karma, burn it down. Flaming Karma, Sunday night all around. Motor
Dang.
Back at it here tonight at Martinsville, second race of the night. And obviously it is the Flaming Karma Truck Series. Be back at it, obviously, here at Martinsville. And Charles, we talked a little bit about this before we got, before we left. Obviously, the ARCA race was it was a good one. Obviously, it was. But now we get the trucks out here, more drivers out there on the racetrack than what there was in the ARCA series. So, what do we expect out of this one right here? I mean, there's more laps, there's more trucks, tends to be more chaos.
Yeah, it does, and that's it can go. These races go one of two ways generally. Either we see what we saw in the ARCA race for the first half, which was caution after caution, as trucks just trying to get out there and get themselves sorted, or as we see the 17 truck go around there, or we get the green flag half where it's everybody's nice and calm and cool and collected, and we just go out and go racing, and everybody keeps it under control. So it's going to be usually one of those two. It's kind of odd that we had both of those in the ARCA race, kind of separated at the halfway point. So obviously, as you said, 18 drivers out here tonight. So a few more trucks, higher speeds. And, looks like these trucks are a little tail happy out there. So I think they've got some pretty racy setups on these trucks. So, looks like we in for a pretty interesting race here. Hopefully it's not a lot of cautions, and hopefully it's just some good hard racing. But we'll see what happens. You just never can tell.
No, you never can tell, obviously. It's Martinsville. We said that before, about Talladega and all that good stuff. Yep. It is what it is. There you see it. We talked about it earlier, half mile in length. This is what always throws me off when we see this. It's like 95% chance for rain, but there is no rain. No rain. That throws me off every damn time I see something like that. Let's see if we got some points. For the trucks when they get, kind of updated, see what we're looking at as far as there it is. Hardy Barletta, 70, Melton, 67, Dantuma. Then you got Radford, Michael Whiting, top 5 with Charles Joplin. He lost some spots. He was not here last week. Joplin was up there at the top of the food chain, damn near, up there with Hardy Barletta. But obviously he was out last week when we went to Sonoma. Then Corey Jones, Robbie Adams, Vic Brown, and Jeffrey Oaks right there, the top 10 as they started here tonight. The one driver that I think we all need to be watching out for is that kid right there sitting in 11th. Tied for 11th with Nicholas Olazia. Trevor Questenberry sitting right there, tied right there with the 11th spot. He put a whooping on him last week at Sonoma and absolutely lit it up. What will he do here tonight? Obviously, it's a short track, different deal, but we'll see how all that plays out. Right now, there you see Vic Brown in the Mopar Ram. He is currently the fastest in practice. We have not yet hit qualifying yet, but we will in about 2 minutes' time once we get done with this practice. And we'll see how this goes right here. We'll see what happens. Brown, Henson, Questenberry, Joplin, and Whiting. That's the top 5 as far as they run right now in practice.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned Talladega. I just kind of think of a good analogy for the difference in racing in Talladega versus here. I think it's when you have a wreck at Talladega, it's like a plane crash. There's just sheet metal everywhere. There's body parts all over the place. And here it's like having a wreck in a parking lot. Yeah, and here it's like having a wreck in a parking lot. Everything just comes to a stop, right? So it's just like you're just nowhere to go because of just how tight this track is. So it is something. But yeah, I did see that very tight battle there at the top of the championship here. I did kind of see they do have the points updated from the ARCA series, and Russ Martin Jr. has a 3-point lead over Ryan Warp after the results of tonight's Martinsville race. So still a very tight gap there with those two drivers in the ARCA series.
Yeah, absolutely. We got about 11 seconds left in practice. I'll tell you what, you want to say something? Do you want to say something? How y'all say it? Do you want to say something before we get into qualifying, buddy? You want to say something? No? No, you just want to grab the microphone. Okay, that's good enough. Yeah, he's getting ready for bed here in a little bit. And, well, now he's going to talk a little bit, but getting done with practice, obviously, and nothing really changed up there for the top 5. Hardy Barletta, the point leader, was not fastest in practice. We'll see how that turns around for qualifying. They got 5 minutes on the clock to kind of see where they're going to stack up. See how it turns out right here. Charles, I mean, we've seen it here as well. You know, a lot of drivers, they just drive it in, keep it down on the bottom or down the cellar. There's different ways to get around here at Martinsville. A lot of them like that diamond kind of where they send it in hard, they come up about middle way, and then they, enter low, get in the middle of the corner. They're about the middle, and then they turn it down and drive off the bottom. What would be your preferred way going around here at Martinsville?
You know, for qualify, I think to me it's probably you're gonna want to try, if you've got a good setup under the truck, you're probably going to try and run the qualifying the same way you would run the race. So if your truck's set up to kind of run tight down at the bottom, and then kind of push up through the corner, that's the way you would want to run your qualifying lap as well. It's probably going to be, the setup's not going to be very much different, probably just a little bit less fuel as these trucks are now making their initial laps here. But yeah, I wouldn't change too much about, you've probably practiced and ran several laps, maybe 100 laps, a couple hundred laps here, just getting the feel for this track. I wouldn't change too much for qualifying. It just tends to just kind of maybe get you out of your rhythm, especially when you're going to have to turn right back around, get back into the race rhythm here for a fairly long race tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, Charles. I mean, we're starting to see more drivers. There's Questenberry. We'll see what he turns out right here. Actually, I think he has already done something. He slipped or something. I'm not sure what the heck happened to him right there, but it looks like he wants to take another shot at it for his qualifying lap to get 2 laps. We'll see how it turns out for him. Gavin Henson currently at the top, 19.4, his fastest lap. Whiting, 19.6, and then a couple of 6s, a couple of 7s lined up behind him with a whole lot of 8s, a couple of 9s as well right there behind him as well. Kind of, track temp, air temp, they matched. 68 air, 69 for the track, damn near 70 as far as the track temp goes. And, Charles, it's going to be interesting to see how this bad boy turns out tonight. As I say it each and every week, it's always interesting because you never know what's going to happen right here with Flaming Karma on the Sunday night series. I tell you what, I'm going to try to be a little bit surprised on this qualified as we got about 2 or 3 minutes left right here qualified. I'm going to go put the kid to bed, and I'm going to see where all this sticks up when we get back, bud.
Yeah, no problem. As we're still under qualifying here, we'll have a couple of minutes. Obviously, with a 20-second lap, you don't need the full 5 minutes to get 2 laps under your belt here. It usually takes a little over a minute, and you're done there. As we see a car kind of parked up against their truck, parked up against the inside wall. But I will say this: we talked about the weather a little bit. Excuse me, as 70-degree track temp with 95% chance of rain. Sounds like it's humid out there. With a cooler track, you might get a little more condensation on the track, so you may get a little bit slippier than you're normally seeing, maybe a little greasier than you're normally used to driving. So that might play a little factor into tonight's racing, as we do have Gavin Henson on pole, 19.43, 700ths ahead of Vic Brown, the 10th ahead of Mason Foster. That's your top 3. Quisenberry did come back out and set a lap, 19.69, so he slotted in 5th for the time being after a great run last week at Sonoma. We'll see what he's able to do on the oval courses here, as it looks like he's going to have a pretty good shot at competing again, but he's got Harley Barletta right there beside him, who had a great run as well coming from the back of the field. As we switch over here very soon with about less than a minute left in qualifying, looks like everybody who's going to set a time has set their time. So we're just now waiting on qualifying to end. We'll get over into our 5-minute warm-up session. We'll see all the trucks back out on track. You get a good chance to, these warm-ups are kind of good because you get a feel of what race is going to be like as you're bunched up together, and you'll be working and trying to fight against cars and or different trucks through the corners and things like that. You find out what your truck's capable of in amongst the rest of the field. I believe, if I'm looking at that correctly, the 18 truck is stuck, as I can see it with a little different, there we go, was a little different view there on my screen. And looks like he may have pinned himself up against the inside wall. Maybe stuck there, so he's going to reset that as qualifying is wrapping up here. And we'll be switching over to our warm-up session here in just a moment.
How do you get stuck? I don't even, you know what? I don't even want to know. I do not want to know how you get stuck. Well, I mean, you're driving in there so damn hard and you try to figure out where your reset button is. Maybe your reset button don't work. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but the warm-up session is getting at it right now as well. And so I don't have 100%, like I said, I just went, and for the folks at home, I do want to go ahead and just say, that little bit of time, obviously, Charles, and I thank you very much for that as well, to give me that opportunity to go do that. And that's, when I say that, folks, I mean, I shouldn't really have to explain myself, but then you get some people out there. Charles, you do get people out there that have issues, or like, well, he needs to be here. Well, look, my 11-month-old son, I always put him to bed. I put him to bed every single night, and I always tell him, good night, and I love him, and mine and his little thing, that I tell him each and every night. So I always try to take that opportunity. If not try, well, let's not try. We do take that opportunity regardless of what's going on, as we got a couple of them spinning out here in practice. But I always try to take that, to make that opportunity. If I'm here, if I'm out of town at work or something like that, then that's a different story. But if I'm here at the house, I'm going to do it. So that's why I'm not, at this point, around this 9 o'clock area, right before we go racing, that's why I'm not sitting here in the chair and I'm not talking. And that's why you get Charles for about 2 or 3 minutes straight as I'm doing that thing. So the reason I say that, and I'm not trying to make any content out of this, Charles, the reason I say this, or the reason I say that is to this. If you've got a problem with that, that's to you right there. You can do with that what you will. If you have a problem with it, I'm gonna be as clean as I can. I'm not gonna go podcast here or nothing. But that right there is more important to me than anything in the world.
As it should be,
and it always will be. Yeah.
We started the broadcast off talking about the family that lost a dad and a husband here very young, and so those moments with your kids are precious, and you just take advantage of it. And hey, I've been broadcasting for about 3.5-4 years, and I covered the first hour of a 6-hour endurance race by myself. So if I can't handle 2 minutes around Martinsville, probably shouldn't be doing this very much, right?
Oh yeah. God bless you on that one. I'd have been out. I'd have been out on that one. I'd have needed a whole lot of beer to make that one happen. But yeah, I mean, funny story right here as we are getting ready for warm-ups and everything. I do want to talk about this. We was at a birthday party today and a swimming pool and everything, and he's not real big on water. He's cool with baths, but he's not cool with water. He's 11 months old. He'll be 1 July the 7th, and it was hard for him to realize that this pool water is not going to hurt you, which is normal. And then finally, when we got him in the float and got him kind of settled in, he was like laid back, had his legs crossed. He was once he got used to it, he was fine. But then before that, it was, it was not good. But yeah, I mean, it's some of those moments, and then me in the swimming pool with him and everything else. It's just, the other kids flew in there and wanted to start splashing and everything else. And, that kind of got him riled up. So, you know what? If I could, real quick, while we're warming up, we got a minute left. If I've got beef with anything, it's the parents for not watching them kids and saying, don't splash on that kid. I mean, come on, think about it. But, that's just me. Michael Whiting right now, currently the fastest. Mark Tuma. Richie Joplin, good to see Joplin back as well. There's the 8, Robbie Adams, obviously teammates with Olazia. And, damn, what a paint scheme Robbie and Nick's got. Those has got to be the best-looking paint schemes in all of Flaming Karma Truck Series, literally.
Yeah, got to like that chrome numbers there on the side of the 3 and the 8. It gives a really nice look to it. Obviously, chrome all the way around the front there. Very nice color scheme. And that's always good. I do have my own race team, and I do most, if not all, the paints for them. And it's always good when you get a chance to be a little creative. And that's a sharp looking truck right there for sure.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I mean, good stuff right there that you see right here on Motormouth Broadcasting. Once again, if you have not yet, make sure you like and subscribe to Motormouth Broadcasting. Keep up with everything going on here with Flaming Karma. We got Flaming Karma. We got, obviously, the other stuff, NASCAR Throttle Nation going on. Max V's got their championship race coming up this Thursday night. Just so much stuff going on. So if you want to stick with it, you want to keep on going on with us, make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe button, give Jim Cunningham a follow and a like here with Motormouth Broadcasting. Well, here we go. Truck Series, Martinsville, baby, Flaming Karma. Gavin Henson gets the pole. Vic Brown starting his outside of Ford and Ram. Not a Chevy, believe it or not. No Chevys on the front row. Usually we see that in other series, but not tonight. Henson and Brown will be on the front row here tonight. Row number 2 is where you're going to flip back. You got to find Mason Foster and Michael Whiting. We saw Whiting a while ago. He was the fastest in practice in that warm-up session. We'll see how it works out for him, see if he's got anything for him here tonight. Row 3, you're going to have Quessenberry, who had that literally just lit him up last week at Sonoma. He'll be starting in P5 in his Ford, and Harley Barletta will be starting in P6, the point leader coming in to tonight. Row 4, you got Richie Joplin. Good to see him back. Number 89 Ram, and Kenny Rayner, the number 75 Ford. We'll see what he can do. Row 5, rounding out the top 10. So you got to find Alan Phillips with the Riding the Dente 77 Jeff Oaks. Be the top 10 as well as the pace truck pulling off. I thought it was. I thought the pace lights was out, maybe not. But Matthew Radford, Bradley Berry. No, it's not. So we got another lap. So real quick, Matthew Radford, Bradley Berry right there behind them. Nicholas Olazia, obviously with the killer paint schemes. And Blake Viken will be back there in row 7. Row 8, Corey Jones, Robbie Adams. Got a Toyota and a Ram right there. Rounding out the field is Chris Melton and Mark Tuma. The points right there is crazy. It's like second, third right there in the damn points. And they're starting in the last row, which will be crazy to say the least right here. But, folks, it's all come down to this right here for the night. Flaming Karma Truck Series, 100 laps here tonight at Martinsville. Here we go. Henson on the bottom, Brown up top, Foster, Whiting, Quessenberry, and Harley Barletta on the first 3 rows. We are green. We are racing here tonight at Martinsville. Henson gets a slam in the back end. We're already going around.
Yeah, just a tough start there as a car got underneath there, coming through the corner. And you see several trucks in the back of the field, just nowhere to go. And there's your wreck in the parking lot, as we've already had several trucks that are going to have to come in and get some service done. You see the 75 getting his trucks, Kenny Rayner, getting his truck righted back out on the track. And we'll see how many cars come in here is we're just going to get a replay here, and you see the 96 just cut underneath, but maybe already a little contact before that, as maybe he got into the back of the 39, helped him go around just a little bit as you're kind of max turn in at that point, and nowhere for anybody else to go. There's just lucky that some of the cars made it through. As you see, several trucks are going to have to come in now for pits. See Melton Olazia, Dan Tuma, Corey Jones in already getting their repair work started.
Yeah, unfortunate right off the bat. I mean, hell, we didn't even make it to the back stretch and we're already going around back there. So unfortunate to say the least on that one, but you know, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, just a little bit of a love tap, get somebody sideways, and it's game over. And Henson already back 10 spots, literally right from the damn pole. And now you got a couple of guys that are able to jump up here. Alan Phillips up a couple spots, Radford up a couple spots. All these guys getting up a couple spots, just trying to miss what transpired back there on the backstretch off of turn 2 for the first time. And Charles, we talked about a second ago what, you know, this could be and everything. It's starting to kind of scare me a little bit. We didn't even make it halfway, and we didn't already make it halfway a lap, and then bam, we're already spinning around sideways and already getting a caution.
Yeah, and I saw that, and some trucks with damage. Luck, you know, fortunately, obviously, no fast repairs here in the truck series, so you got to get your repair work done under caution and get back out there. Try and keep yourself from going down a lap, because obviously we're early here, so you know, we're only on starting lap 4. So you know, you've got time to make up positions and make up laps. I'm sure there's probably going to be other cautions, but you need a little bit of patience here at the start of the race. Obviously, on cold tires, when you get going there, any little tap from another car is going to send you around, and it's exactly what we saw there at the start of the race. It shook up our leaderboard quite a bit. Vic Brown now in the lead, Trevor Quisenberry into P2, and looks like the pace truck's off. We're getting ready to go green again.
Yeah, hopefully we can keep it clean, keep it green right here. I know Gerald Poole's checking them out rather, and seeing what's going to happen. And obviously Henson way down there starting at the back of the field. Bradley Berry actually down pit road. We'll see what happens. There's Berry right there as they shoot by him and put him one lap down. Green flag back in the air. Brown, Quisenberry, Whiting, Foster, Phillips, top 5. They make it over half a lap. This time around we'll be able to make it work. Quisenberry down to the inside, going after Brown, riding on board with Whiting for the first time. They get a green flag lap in as they sail off back into turn 1.
Yeah, still 2-car battle up front with the 99 and the 2 truck there side by side going down the back stretch. Back into the corner again, and so far pretty even odds here. Doesn't look like that the inside line's getting very much of an advantage, at least initially here, but it looks like that's starting to work in Quisenberry's favor. Inside line starting to push him out to the front. He's clear now, the 2.
Yeah, you're able to scoot on out there. So Quisenberry, fastest lap right now, 19.9. We'll see if that lap time gets any lower this time around when he hits the line. Will it drop? Will there be another best lap? No, not yet. Yes, there is. 19.6. Woo, baby, that's the fastest we've seen so far here in this race. Vic Brown right behind him with a 19.8, 19.7s scattered out, but nobody even close to a 6. Quisenberry out front, Brown right behind him, and now it kind of looks like a conveyor belt, if you will. Everybody wrapping that bottom. That's the old school feel of Martinsville. That's what it's really different from what we usually see. Is there you see Robbie Adams getting sideways, but this ain't Bristol. This ain't Bristol. This ain't Richmond. Nothing like that. It is on the bottom. And the only way that you're going to get past somebody is if you get rooted up on the outside and they end up going by you. That's about the only way passes are made.
Yeah, I think so. And you see now the 8 get himself sorted back out. Took it just as you see there, just loose coming in, maybe on that curb on the inside as well, and just kind of pulled the front to the inside, brought the rear around, but able to just sneak past the edge of the wall, pull it down into a pit exit there and get it straightened back out, and no contact, so we still green flag racing.
Yeah, still green flag racing. Is there you see Whiting taking a shot, Foster trying to work his way down to the inside. Whiting actually running a little bit higher than the bottom side. We're lap 13 of 100. There you see Whiting right there in front of him. Quisenberry still trying to get out of here, but Brown actually tied the fastest lap, running 19.598. Both of them matched that at one point, and now they're damn near flip-flopping. They're matching lap times, but it's only by the thousandths to the hundredths of how tight it is. That's how it is here at short tracks like this, Charles. I mean, just that freaking tight. You gotta be careful. One little slip can cost you the lead, the win. It could even cost you a top 5 at this point. Is Miss O'Met's got something right here for us to check out right here. Who spun? Who got sideways? Who did what? Oh, wow.
Kenny Rayner in the 75, once again, hooking that inside curb. And he's over with the pace trucks. So I'm not sure what he's doing over there, but that's not where he's supposed to be. He's over there with the safety crew, and he's going to have to find his way back out. But one of those little hidden gems there in iRacing where you can actually go a little further than you expected, I think, to begin with.
Wow. I ain't never seen anything like that right there. I mean, we've already saw something tonight that Charles, I believe me and you have never seen before in our racing broadcasting careers, which is a green flag pit stop at Martinsville. Now we're seeing that right there. I mean, you can't make this up right here. That is just absolutely crazy. There's Joplin back there. Yeah, I mean, unbelievable stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. We're back on board here with Mason Foster and the lead group there as Quisenberry. They've tracked down Quisenberry just a bit, and there's only a half-second gap between him and Vic Brown in P2, and there's a whole host of trucks behind him. As it looks like we settled down into a nice green flag run, so we may get another view of some green flag pit stops here in a few laps as we're getting on here with this race now already almost lap 20. Always are almost a fifth of the way through this thing as we see a truck up high there. And I believe that's one of our nice trucks there, either the 3 or the 8. Maybe it was the 3 truck there as he was getting lapped coming around. And still nice battles all over the place as trucks are trying to find their way forward, and some are sliding further back as we see another pass there coming down through the corner.
Yeah, that looked like Bradley Berry, I think, who they just shot by just a second ago. Here's another one. 77 Phillips. Oh, baby, almost got set up the hill. Joplin almost tagged him, set him up the hill, but gets a nose down on the inside lane and got to slide up. We're going to see a lot of door banging here tonight too, Charles, because when you get down on that inside lane, you want to try to keep it down there. What kind of race suit was he wearing? What in the world? We got to see that. Oh man, please. We got to. What in the? Heck?
He's in summertime mode there, I believe. I think so. Coming around shirtless there in the truck. Got his helmet on, so he's protected. So I think we're okay. So we're getting some great sights and sounds here. Omet doing a great job as usual.
His boxers.
I even see the polka dot boxers. Yep. So I think I saw his pit crew wearing that same gear last week. And I thought that was very funny. There we go.
That is awesome stuff right there on Motorbike Broadcasting. Good stuff, right? That I'm gonna have to go find that race suit. I'm gonna have to get with him. I need to get with Alan Phillips. I got to get that race suit for my iRacing. When I get it, or when I get back into racing, whatever I do, I need to find that, put that one on my race suit, and just have the heart boxers going on. Good stuff. But yeah, Phillips rocking with the heart boxers, trying to keep it up here. He's trying to get back around Richie Joplin after Joplin was able to take that spot from him. Back up here for the podium spot. You got Foster, you got Whiting. 44.96 on time, but it's scored, but 51, as you see right there, running for Rowdy as well. And Foster trying to make it happen. Oh, damn, right in front of the stack up. Was that Olazia? I believe that might be Olazia in the 3. He's already went a lap down, stacked them up. Brown hit him. Now Foster's going to take a shot. He's going to try to get a 2 for 1 as Olazia slides out of the way.
Yeah, so Foster saw that was getting a little stack up there by Brown versus Olazia and tried to send it on the outside line as he thought the thought that two truck might have been a little slower than normal coming through the corner and just not quite enough to hang it out there. He's going to slot back in behind the two, stay back in third spot, look for something on the inside. He's going to be able to make that move, but this has cost him a little bit of time as they've started getting a bit of a gap up there to Quisenberry, as Quisenberry's making the passing of these lap cars look pretty easy so far.
Yeah, I mean, really making it work. And obviously, we have gotten into a green flag run. Like you were talking about, Charles, would be pretty cool 2 times in a row to see green flag pit stops happen in Martinsville, something you usually don't see. Hell, I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen green flag pit stops at Bristol. Never. Never have. I've seen them at Richmond now, but I ain't never saw them at Bristol or Martinsville. And you can check that one off of the bucket list of seeing that. Here we go, Phillips. Joplin down, or no, actually, that is Henson. Henson down to the inside. He takes a shot. He tries to go around Phillips, so he will take that spot. Henson goes to 6th. Phillips goes on back to the 7th spot. Barletta right there laying in the weeds, as well as Jeff Oakes up here in the mix as well. Good little battle right here going on for the 6th spot. All of them kind of throwing you throw a blanket over all of them.
Yeah, I think so. I'm kind of shocked that Barletta's sitting down there in P8. Dropped a couple of spaces since the start of the race, but he was side by side with Quisenberry at the start, and maybe just got caught up in that lap 1 incident. But I was expecting those two were the fastest two at Sonoma last week. I was kind of expecting him to both of those guys to make moves toward the front. Quisenberry has, but Barletta hasn't yet. We'll see if as the run goes, if he's able to make up some time, just being able to manage his stuff a little better than the cars in front. But so far, just kind of hanging on as we're looking at Jeffrey Oakes here riding behind that 31, stuck behind the 75 of Kenny Rayner, and there's just the 30 around. We're going to get a caution. We're going to get this race keep going here. Let's see. What's the thought? 30 is going to get it rejoined, and we're going to stay green.
How about that? Usually you would see a caution in that particular instance, but Joe Poe says, not today. Let's keep it clean and let's keep it green. Just a little bit of a mishap right there with Jeff Oakes. And Oakes probably wanted the caution. I ain't gonna say here lie. I'm sure he would wanted that caution because now he went from all the way up there with Harley Barletta up there inside the top 10 to dropping all the way back to 14th. And Jeff Oakes, we saw him where his point standings was before the race started. So obviously he's going to be in a hell of a hole now. Michael Whiting right here behind Foster, trying to get back up here to the podium spot. And check this out. 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, all 3 of them, this is exactly where they started at. Brown started in 2nd, Foster started in 3rd, and Whiting started in 4th. Joplin up 2. The hard charger right now is Mark Dantuma, up 9 spots all the way up to 9th. He started dead last, and now he's all the way up to 9th. Blake Viken right behind him. You see how his little graph's been going. It's just kind of just moving on up, kind of like the who is that? The Jeffersons.
The Jeffersons.
They're like the Jeffersons.
Right.
Yeah. There's like a Jefferson son. He just like them, just moving on up. Is what he's doing.
He is indeed. Yeah, having a great run and managing his tires pretty well there as he's just taking his time, being methodical, working his way up through traffic, and has done a great job up half the field. So he's not anywhere close to done yet. As we're only coming up to around lap 40. So we'll see how he continues on. So obviously, I think he would like to have a caution to kind of bunch the field back up. But so far, it's looking like it's going to be a nice long green flag race here, and hoping not commentator curse this very much. I don't want to do that, but it's got that kind of feel of a green flag run as we see the 31 coming in. That's Barletta coming in for a pit stop.
I'll be damned. 2 times in one night for 2 series right here. This is why Flaming Karma is legit, folks. Phillips comes in, Barletta comes in, Oakes coming in, Jones coming in. Bunch of them, handful of them coming in for green flag pit stops at Martinsville. Would you believe it? There you see Lazia. He is down pit road as well, getting his stop in as well. Trevor Questenberry, you see him right here on the 99 Ford, up 2.5 seconds over Vic Brown, who started on the outside of the front row. You see right there, Questenberry started around the 5th spot rather. Now he's going to take the opportunity Oh, baby, the pay window is open now, Charles. Everybody coming on into pit road. Think Brown going to stay out and try to lead him a lap right here, which is exactly what he's going to do. But pay window's open, baby. Everybody coming in, getting 4 freshies and filling it up. At least I would think 4 freshies and fill it up. What do you think right here, Charles? Are we just getting? What are we thinking?
I'm thinking, looking at time in this corner, I think that's exactly what's going on. They're coming in, getting fuel, getting 4 fresh tires, getting back out on the track. We'll kind of keep an eye on Quisenberry here, see if his truck gets on the jacks. It does indeed, and off he goes. And that was a bit quicker. That's 2 tire stop for Quisenberry. Just took the right sides only, so that's going to give him about a 5-second advantage over the other trucks at the front of the field. As the most, if not all of those guys came in and took 4. We'll see what the 2 does here. He might have to try and follow that strategy of Quisenberry if he wants to stay up to the front.
Yeah, we'll see if he decides to make that happen, but it doesn't really make a damn because Quisenberry is already retaking the lead and by a huge margin, but Quisenberry took the strategy of 2 tires. So obviously 9.85 seconds. So Quisenberry is about the only one that took those, or that took that option. Beacon actually took the same strategy as well. And now you see the 75, Kenny Rayner. What will he do? We'll see how it straightens out for him. But Quisenberry taking the short route, so to speak. Just take 2, or actually, no, hell no. He just took gas.
Yeah.
That's all he did. Yeah. He just took straight gas. That's it. He may have took 2 tires. But we'll see what happens off of that. Charles, you were talking about that. He was up on jack stands. Damn, Joplin just shoved the 97 right on out of the way. Bradley Berry 2 laps down. Get out of here, kid. Yep. Brown trying to go after Joplin as well. But Quisenberry got a pretty good little lead. We'll see if he can hold on to it.
Yeah, it's, obviously that 2-tire strategy against everybody in behind him taking 4, it's going to kind of balance itself out. He's going to get that few seconds of advantage by the shorter pit stop, but those right side tires are going to kind of equalize to the left pretty quick, and he's going to be, I think, maybe a little bit slower than what he was at the start of the race. So we may see those guys come back to him here in the late stages, but it looks like we're about a 40 lap fuel tank tonight, so we'll be looking for around lap 80 or so for another set of stops. Provided we don't go with any other caution flag. So I think we've got one more round of stops left for these guys before this race is over with.
Yeah, very good possibility out of that. But like you said, it matters only if there is no cautions, which is kind of blowing my mind, to be honest with you. Not saying anything about Flaming Karma or anything like that. No, Charles, you know what I'm getting at with this. Mm-hmm. Nothing against Flaming Karma at all. No way, shape, fashion, or form. It's, folks, if this is your first time actually watching a virtual race at Martinsville, seriously, this place has a hell of a reputation. It really does. I've ran official races here. I've ran hosted races here before. And it just be, oh, Lord, you're just sitting there riding around for an hour and a half, 2 hours, just hoping to get the race done, especially if you're trying to gamble with iRacing or you're trying to race for points in a league race or something. It is a pain in the tail to race here 9 times out of 10. But I will say this, I got to give mad props to Gerald Poole for assembling these guys and getting them in here. I mean, we're green flag. It's still green flag whooping it right now. You don't see this every single day right here on iRacing. You do not see this. This is good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. No, these short tracks like this are just caution flag machines, to be honest, especially in the official series. When you get to these short tracks, it's because there's always, obviously depends on your iRating level. You're going to get people, if you're a lower iRating, you get people that are the first time on the track, coming in with about 5 laps of practice and trying to think they know what they're doing. And then when you get up to the higher splits, it's lots of drivers who are definitely good racers, but the aggression level is turned up to 11. So you end up getting a lot of cautions there too. But yeah, so far, once we had that first one, I think everybody settled into their rhythm, and we've had a really good race after that initial caution flag, and we've only had a couple of cars that kind of got spun out, but able to get themselves recovered. And we're still green here, and even the Gerald Poole, the race admin, saying, "All right, you got a guy, out there half sideways on the track, but got plenty of racing room around. We're gonna let it go green unless something else happens." And he gets it settled back down, and we're still running. No other incidents on the board here, and we got a good battle here between Mason Foster, Richie Joplin, Gavin Henson, Vic Brown. There, the battle from P2 to P5 is still going on, and these guys are pushing some hard times as they're actually running faster than Quisenberry in the lead.
Yeah, I mean, they really are, but I mean, the thing about it is what kind of throws me off just a little bit, Charles, is when we saw him make those pit stops, Foster was sitting there with Joplin and others. They were about 8 seconds back. That's the part that kind of gets me just a little bit, is that they were around 8.5 seconds back, and the amount of time that they've been out there, Foster has now got it down to just a little over 7 seconds.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's not good for the rest of the field. I mean, lap traffic obviously is playing a factor into how this is working out, because Quisenberry catches some of these guys, he goes around them, Foster starts to kind of reel them in, that lap time starts to drop. But here's the problem. By the time, Quisenberry's still dealing with his traffic, Foster, Henson, Joplin, they've still got to get around the same damn traffic.
Yep.
The Quisenberry's having to get around as well. So it just depends on where you catch them. Oh, damn, we got a spinner right on the front stretch. No caution yet on the speedway. That was Mason Foster in the 96. He went around. Oh, wow, that was second place right there. Just spit it out, and he was the closest one to even honestly, that was even close to Quisenberry right there. You see him up there at the top.
Whoa, had a truck on the outside.
Traffic, baby.
Yeah, that's an 18 truck there on the outside, and that is Blake Viken, just run out of room as he's trying to come off the corner, and with Viken on the outside there, contact made, slammed hard into the inside wall, but he's keeping the truck running. Obviously, he lost quite a bit of time out there, but he's still running in P5, so he's not done just yet. But you got to kind of wonder how much damage has been done to that truck.
Yeah, you got to wonder, how bad it is. Barletta and Viken now, they elect to come on down pit road. Barletta going to take 4 tires. What will Viken do? Looks like he's going to take 4 tires and maybe burn a faster pair if he's got it after contact, after the wall contact and all that good stuff. So we'll see what happens out of that. We still got racing going on all the way out throughout the field. Radford, the last one on the lead lap. Radford all the way down to actually make that Corey Jones now, as Radford was able to get around him. There you see Radford in the 17. He's sitting in 11th. Jones is in the 12th spot. Everybody else, 13th through 18th, is 1 lap down or more. There you see Jeff Oakes trying to get back up here. We saw his issues that he had a while ago. Oh, good Lord, Chris Melton. Very, very close contact. Sends it in. Oakes was sending it. Melton looked like he kind of cut the nose off, jumped out in front of him. Oakes is wearing him out. Oakes may end up getting him. No, Oakes is going to spit himself out, but he's able to straighten it out. I tell you what, that right there, Charles, looked like aggression, and maybe a little bit of what's the word? What's the cleanest word I'm looking for here? Anger. That's what it looked like right there with Jeff Oakes right there, trying to get around Melton. Melton just wouldn't let him have it.
Yeah, I wouldn't let him have it. This battle here. So there we go. And you see the 30 already sideways from the contact. That started 3 corners ago as these guys were battling. You see the 30 going in deep, hanging on to it, getting it caught back up. Great bit of driving there by the 30. But yeah, you could just see he thought he was quicker than the Melton in the 52, I just couldn't really find a way around him. And I think you're right. I think maybe a little bit of the red mist there, as he was really looking for a way to get by that 52 truck, could not find it. And caution flag is out.
Oh wow! Caution is out on the speedway with about 30 to go, and that whole lead that Trevor Quessenberry had, it gone. Olazia comes down, gets across Joplin, spins himself out, and that will bring out the caution. And that is not what Quessenberry wanted to see. Everybody else in the field says, hell yeah. And oh, wow. 75 Rainer nails Olazia, knocks him all kinds of sideways.
That truck's broken. You can see him trying to get it around, and he's pinned it against the wall, and it will not turn right at this point.
What exactly? I mean, what was he? Oh, he was trying to straighten it back out, come back out on the track, and Rainer just absolutely nowhere to go. I mean, the three of Olazia just sitting smack dab in the middle of the racetrack, and it was game over. I tell you what, hide your kids, hide your wives, hide your ex-wives. You don't want to see this one right here. This is going to be a rough one. Wow, man. Hard impact right there.
Yeah, and I think I heard the 75 blow up as well, obviously with the impact to the nose. So I think that's two trucks that are probably well and truly done for the race tonight, as Rainer with a meatball flag, mechanical black flag to serve that pit. He's already towed back to the pits, and Olazia as well, not having the greatest of days tonight for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. That is very, very unfortunate, to say the least, out of that as well. Hey, real quick, while we have the opportunity right here with the second caution with a little under 30 laps to go, I want to tell you about Navy Joe Coffee. Go to their website, navyjoe.coffee, and go check them out. Obviously for the Navy guys, and go check them out. Cool stuff. They got some cool stuff. I've been looking right here. Winning the Coffee Revolution with a legendary Navy coffee. That's what they got right here on their website. Cool stuff. They got all their products and what you got to have and all that good stuff, however you want it. So make sure you go over and check them out. It's navyjoe.coffee. Proud sponsor right here with Flamin' Karma. And speaking of Navy and all that stuff, and America, for 250th anniversary, for when the 4th of July rolls around, I gotta say this real quick, Charles, and I'm not trying to get anybody ill or nothing like that, but doesn't really matter your opinion on political parties and everything else. The UFC fight going on the front grounds of the White House is something I've never seen in my entire life. I got it playing in the background, watching it while I'm watching this. Every chance I get, I kind of kick around and I'm watching it because it's something you don't usually see. But I mean, what a great day to be alive and see some of the cool things that we get to see. As we're back under grade and they're mixing it up. Whiting getting kicked to the top. There's Foster. We saw him have his issues a while ago, trying to get back up here as well. Quessenberry's lead of about 7 to 9 seconds is gone. Henson behind him. Joplin right there as well. Brown Phillips, that's the top 5.
Yeah, absolutely. And we did see a couple of cars come in there during that caution period as Chris Melton came in, dropped down 10th, but I think he took fuel and 4 tires. So I think he might be in the catbird seat here. He's got to be careful and work his way up a few more positions, but I think he's going to definitely have the tire advantage over a lot of these trucks in front of him.
Yeah, very good possibility. Quessenberry trying to get on out of here. I don't know about the tire advantage because he just hit the fastest lap of the race. 19.471 Quessenberry did. Pulls out to half a second over Henson. Henson hits a 19.5. He's just throwing every damn thing he can at him. Not able to do it. Foster, Phillips, they'll go side by side, right in behind them. Mark Dantuma in the 57 trying to make something happen as well. Ooh. Oh, Phillips getting down on the curb, almost hit the inside rotated wall. Threw Phillips up. Joplin sideways right there coming out of the pits. Caution is out once again.
Yeah, I think that truck had a little bit of help getting himself sideways there. We might get a replay here of the 89. That's just all on his own. Around he goes. gets us settled back down, and I think he would got clear. So he's going to get back out on the track and get moving again. But the 10th place truck there also had issues as well. We see the 96 coming in now for a pit stop. That's Mason Foster. He's going to come in and get tires. Chris Melton in again. Maybe Melton's got a little body work he's got to get resolved, and that's why he's making multiple pit stops there. Is Radford in as well? So several trucks taking the opportunity to come in and get 4 tires or get some repair work or 4 tires of fuel or a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I mean, just get what you can get out of it there. You see Melton, obviously, you talked about it, a little bit of body work he's got to get done right there, right front, left front as well. Hell, I just dang out all the fenders at this point. Try to help yourself out. If you're going to dang out the left front and the right front, may as well knock around on the back end. Maybe knock them in one way or another. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, Beacon sitting in the 13th spot. Saw him. He's coming out of pit road as well. Radford coming out. Foster, Melton, and others. Artie Barletta going to be back there as well in the situation he's in. And Barletta, the point leader, coming into tonight. He's in a little bit of a hole now. 1 lap down, sitting back there in the 12th place position. Obviously, we talked about Vic Brown and Whiting and others up there close to the top of the point standings. I don't know for 100% if the point lead is going to change after Martinsville, but I will say this: that may take a chunk out of Barletta's point lead with him sitting down there in the 12th spot. You see him right there, right in behind the 8 of Robbie Adams. But wow, I'm telling you, I mean, and look at Barletta. Look at where he started. He started 6th at 31. It didn't even went up. Like none. I mean, it did go up after it dropped like a rock at one point. Then it went back up and it leveled back out. But other than going higher than where he was in 6th, he didn't even come close to that.
No, it really hasn't. He's just kind of been in the mid-pack or a little further back. As pace truck off, we're getting ready to go racing here with about 16 laps to go.
Yeah, here we go. Will we make it all the way to the end? Or are we going to have another caution to re-rack them, restack them, and do it again? Green flag back in the air. Quisenberry sends it off into turn number 1. Henson right behind him. Phillips there as well. Brown, Whiting, that's the top 5 as everybody zooms on through 3 and 4. Everybody trying to fight for the bottom of the racetrack. Couple of double widen back there as well. And your point leader, Harley Barletta, smack dab in the middle of it, praying for a caution and just hoping he's not a part of it.
Yeah, absolutely. As we now got Henson in second, who was our pole sitter for tonight. So with a little bit of contact there with the 89. That definitely looked like there was some contact there between the 89 and the car behind him. But so far, still green, no spins or anything. As we now getting the 44 kind of getting shuffled out a little bit with a little shoulder check there. As these guys are duking it out here in the mid-pack, is you still see some more cars up in front of this, in front of Foster. I think that's the 44 up there. Maybe not, could be wrong, missed that number. But you can see still lots of battling, still side by side between the 89 and the 51. They haven't given that up yet.
No, they have not. I mean, Foster's still trying to hold on to it. Dan Tuma right there in front of him trying to hold on as well. Joplin right there behind him as well. There is Vic Brown. You saw him there for a second. Right here in front of him. Phillips goes to 3rd. Brown back to 4th. Here comes Foster. Takes a shot. Dan Tuma gets up high. Drops back down in as well. Joplin, Radford right there behind them. Wow. I mean, that's we see a lot of that as we're closing in on 10 to go. Charles is... That's the problem. Everybody trying to stay on the bottom of the racetrack, trying to stay down as tight as they possibly can on the where the rumble strips is and everything. The problem is that everybody's down there, and if one driver slips just a little bit, it causes a chain reaction. Everybody just stacks up, and then bam, 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 bam. It's like bumper cars at your local fair. The only problem is those bumper cars don't get knocked sideways. These trucks do. Them bumper cars, you can bump them all day long, and it just gives you a headache. These right here, you bump them the wrong way, you're going around.
That's right. Yeah. And you can see that these guys that obviously they know they were in the last 10 laps of the race. So they're trying to get everything they can as the truck goes wide. The 77 running way high there, coming through the corner. He's going to drop a couple of spots as the 89 gets to the inside of him as well. And you see the 77 really starting to struggle there with that front, with that nose, just trying to get that truck to stick when he turns it in. It's not really wanting to do that right now.
It's not wanting to. Milton getting in a little bit hot. Oh, baby, I almost got Phillips. I almost set him around. Milton, very, very aggressive, trying to get the 7th spot.
Oh.
He's going to get it. Phillips gets sideways, goes up and hits the outside retaining wall. He is sideways. Will we have a caution, or will he be able to straighten it back out? It looks like we'll see right here on the instant replay. We'll see kind of what happens. Yeah, Phillips just sends it in right there. I think he sent it in, got loose, and Milton just, innocent bystander, just nails him. He is sitting broadside on the track. No caution yet. Now the caution finally comes out.
Yeah, finally comes out as that truck just couldn't get himself clear to get himself righted, headed back in the right direction. So had to throw the caution flag, and we're going to have us a little bit of a shootout here at the end of this race there, Jake, as we're going to set them all back up one more time. Let's see who comes in, maybe tries to come in and get some tires and give themselves a little bit of an advantage. Obviously, it's going to be very that the advantage is not going to last very long, as we're only going to have 2 or 3 laps left in this race when we get it restarted. 39 fakes going in, stays out. Looks like everybody's staying out up at the front of the field, so nobody wanting to take the chance of losing that track position, and they're going to stay out on the track, and we're going to settle it with what we got.
And Charles, I mean, is that a good call right there for those guys right there? I mean, Radford, we see him back there. I think Radford took the opportunity. He says, screw it, everybody else didn't pit, so I'll take that opportunity. I'll go in. But do you like that? Do you like that call with them staying out right there? Or do you feel like, would you be a gambling guy? I'm asking you, would you do it? That's what I'm asking. Would you do that? Would you be in that situation to do that?
With a couple of laps left to go, probably not. I just think that you're not going to get the benefit of fresh tires that quickly. I would say if it was 10 to go, I would have done whatever the leader was going to do. I'm doing the opposite. If he comes in, I'm staying out. If he stays out, I'm coming in. I'm going to try and offset to him. And then we'll gamble from there, hoping those tires will get fired up within 2 or 3 laps, and you can make some headway. But once again, even with maybe better tires, it's still tough to pass on the outside here. So it is definitely a gamble. But these guys with only a couple of laps left are just going to say, nope, we're going to stay out. And I think we may have like 2-lap shootout here, green-white checker maybe incoming for this race, as we're going to come up. We're going to start lap 98 here next time by.
This is the kind of action right here, Charles, where it makes me want to go get me a shot of liquor, because this is going to be literally a knockdown drag out right here. Questenberry already trying to maybe get a little bit of heat in those back tires, try to get them heated back up to have a shot. Don't want to spin them. We already saw one driver already tonight spin tires and miss shifts as well. Think about that as well. You got to be careful here with these shifts. And, 9 times out of 10, these guys, they're rolling. When they hit the gas, they're in second gear. They're not in first gear. They're usually in about second gear. So you're going from second to third to fourth. And so you got to be careful. Don't spin the tires. Don't mess it up, especially some of these guys back here on the back spin some tires right there coming off the corner. Nobody looks like they have an issue. Maybe Dan Tuma, maybe he just slept on the start a little bit. With 2 laps to go, Questenberry sends it. They're coming back to the white. Will they be able to make it back? Milton and Dan Tuma get sideways as they come back to the white.
Yeah, side by a little contact there between the 52 and the 57 is we're going to take the white flag, and we're going to have this race end at the end of this next lap with Questenberry still in the lead, the 39 of Henson right on his bumper.
Damn it. Oh, check it out. Henson trying to find something. Will Questenberry slip? Will he do anything? Going for 2 in a row. Won at Sonoma last week, and he's going to win it here tonight at Martinsville. Trevor Questenberry gets the win. Milton sending it right there at the end. Maybe overdriving it. Something happened. Oh, wow. Milton, I saw him there for a second. He was shooting up through there trying to get something. Oh, we got beef. I think we got Beef Melton come up through there and tried to get something started right there at the end. Him and Dan Toma possibly.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right.
Is there a possibility we could get a replay for that? I would love to see what happened with Chris Melton just hauling the mail coming up through here at the end. Right there you see him and Dan Toma. They make contact. All right, they come through here. All right, he slides up. He gets Dan Toma a little bit. They knocks him sideways. Let's see what happens there. This is the checkered flag. Let's see Melton down here as well. Dan Toma shoves it into his door a little bit. Or actually, no, this is the white flag lap right here. This is the white flag lap. So Dan Toma sends him up. There's Michael Whiting right there. Goes by him. All right, so we come back by the checkered flag, and I may be getting somebody in trouble here. Damn right, he tried to get him. He tried to get him, and watch this.
Yep. Yeah, I think that is textbook beef. If you wanted to see it, and they basically did the same thing to each other. Melton got down on the inside, called the inside curb. It kind of pushed him up into the side of Dan Tuma, and then on the next corner, the same thing happened. Dan Tuma went in low, caught the inside curb, kind of pushed him up against Melton. So kind of looked like it was even odds there, but unfortunately the 44 got in the way and kind of spoiled the 52 truck's opportunity to get back up there one more time.
Unfortunate. Michael Whiting, why did you get in the way? You should have just pulled out of the way and let that take place. Martinsville, obviously 101 laps for almost 50 miles here tonight. Green flag lead changes was 2 between 2 different leaders. Obviously, I'm assuming that was when Questenberry made a pit stop. That's when all that ended up taking place. 4 cautions, 16 total laps. Hard charger was, ironically, Mark Dentuma. With his issues with him and Melton, he still gets the hard charger up 13 spots. Melton was up 10 as well. So I believe they might have been actually fighting for the hard charger award at that time as well. Questenberry leading 93 laps, not 39, 93 laps. He had the fastest lap right there at the end with a 19.471. Henson with the pole. Questenberry wins it. Henson and Brown podium finishers. We'll be talking to those guys here just a little bit. Mason Foster, good bounce back for him. He comes home with 4th. Mark Dantoma getting a little beefy with Melton. He'll get 5th. Whiting should have got out of the way, but he didn't. He'll take 6th right in front of Chris Melton, who may be like Lucy having some splaining to do when this thing's all said and done. And Corey Jones getting 8th. Richie Joplin gets 9th. You can see him back. And Harley Barletta, the point leader coming into the night, finishes 10th. How will that play out as far as the point standings goes when we go to Charlotte next week? Radford, Beacon, Barry Adams, Phillips, Oaks, Rayner, Olazia. That is the 18 drivers that started it here tonight. Well, let's grab the winner. Trevor Questenberry gets the win again, 2 in a row, 1 in a road course, 1 in a short track. 2 weeks in a row, going to mile and a half next week. Trevor, buddy, congratulations on the win. How upset were you that caution come out right there at the end after you had about a 9-second lead?
Well, I don't think y'all really seen it too well, but when the first caution came out, we were still having a little bit of a battle at the end. When we went green again, he kind of stuck with me a little bit. I'd gain like a 10th or 2 a lap, and then he'd gain it back. So Henson definitely helped me push a little bit harder, so I had to work for it. But yeah, that was a little upsetting to see that caution come out.
Yeah, Trevor. So, but coming off the heels of that race last week at Sonoma, had just a fantastic, dominant performance there. This one a little bit closer. Obviously, I think that you probably had the advantage for the most part, but as you said, a little concerning when you get that late race caution. Was the tire wear what you expected, or any issues as far as trying to make these tires go? Is the length of time you needed them to work?
So the biggest thing for me was I didn't want to pit because I've never had a green flag run here, but I didn't want to pit and then a caution come out and I get stuck like in 10th or so, and I just get ran over because it's happened plenty of times. But So I just try to take 2 and stay on top of the strategy.
Well, damn it, all it worked for him. Trevor Questenberry gets the win here tonight. Fastest lap, leading the most laps. He more or less swept it. If he would have had a pretty good qualifying run or a better qualifying run, he probably would have started on the pole in that process as well. But Trevor, buddy, congratulations on the win. Appreciate your time. You got any sponsors and shout outs you want to thank?
Thank you. You guys and then Gerald for the league. I don't know how we have these guys to run a green flag run like that, but we somehow did it. I know my papa's watching. I know some of my friends are watching. So thankful to have a win.
And absolutely, I got to say it, and I'm going to say it for Jim Cunningham right here. Absolutely beautiful paint scheme with the Motorman broadcasting all over the truck. Got to say it. I might get beef for that one. But Trevor, buddy, congratulations all the way. Appreciate your time. We will see you at Charlotte next Sunday.
Yep, I'll see you.
That was Trevor Questenberry gets the win. Hell, I ain't even get to move him out of there. He's got to go. He's got school tomorrow.
That's right.
He really does. Gavin Henson comes home with a P2. And we'll bring him up here. Gavin, buddy, you get a P2 out of it tonight. You started on the pole. You finished second. Bad night. Come out of Martinsville. You survive. You get a top 3. Not too bad, right?
I don't know. Getting wrecked on lap 1 is not really a good race. I mean, it's terrible to get just junked on lap 1. Got damaged from that, and really affected the truck for the rest of the race. I couldn't get it fixed, so it's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
I was trying to forget that, Gavin. I was trying not to talk about that. I didn't want to put you in a bad spot, but apparently it did. Charles, you got anything?
I was going to say, Gavin, it was a good run. Obviously, obviously starting on pole, you kind of hoping you were going to get the win there, but you had an opportunity there late in the race with that caution. It kind of closed it back up against Trevor. Did you have any thoughts you might have a chance to get him here on those last during that green white checker?
The only way I was going to do it is run him over, and I don't want to do that. Like some people don't mind doing that, but I just didn't want to do it. I give him a little bump, see if he'd get off the bottom, but he didn't. So it was pretty much all said and done there. But I didn't have no drive off after that incident on lap 1. I couldn't get it to turn. It's really tight on the exit. Didn't drive. I drove in practice and qualifying, so it sucks, but it's what it is,
Well, Gavin Henson comes home with a P2 here tonight. Gavin, buddy, congratulations on the finish. Appreciate your time. You got any sponsors and, dare I say, any shout-outs before we let you go?
I want to sponsor Rob's Custom Wraps. Does a great job. Shout out to you guys for broadcasting this thing, and I guess I can, if you want me to, I can shout out the 51 for dumping me on lap 1. I mean, we can do that. It's fine. I'm sure it was a nice mistake. It happens. Things happen. And, I ain't worried about it. It is what it is. We'll move on.
Just for the hell of it, I'm going to do it. Just for the hell of it. Gavin, buddy, congratulations on the finish. Appreciate your time. We'll see you at Charlotte next Sunday night.
Thank you.
Oh, Lord. Charles, you know me. I always...
Yeah.
I'm amazed I don't get cussed out more than I really do. Vic Brown, he had no controversy. He wasn't worried about nothing. He comes over to P3 here tonight. Vic, buddy, congratulations on the podium. Ironically, real quick, Quisenberry finished up 4 spots. And if we looked at the intervals of the SDK, Henson lost a spot from where he started. Vic Brown lost a spot from where he started. And so did Mason Foster. It's crazy. I look at numbers, crazy how that stuff is. But anyway, Vic, buddy, congratulations on the finish. Tell us about your night, because, surviving seemed like it was kind of, just surviving and just putting the laps down and being consistent was the name of the game here tonight, buddy.
Yeah. First of all, I'm excited about P3 here at Martinsville and getting out of here with most of my fenders still intact. So that was good. But yeah, it was an okay start. It was going pretty good. I need a long run, I feel like, but then Trevor started stretching out. And I said, all right, we'll fall in behind here. No problem. We pit. I come out, I don't know, in a godly amount behind him because I guess I took 4 and he took 2. Good call on his part. But yeah, the top 2 obviously had way more speed than I did. I was just hanging on to it there at the end, trying to get what I could. And I had a good time out here.
Yeah, Vic, it's you talked about it. It was a good strategy call by our winner tonight to only take the 2 tires. The tires, I would have expected these, especially with a long green flag run, to kind of wear a little more than what we saw tonight. But I think that it kind of goes to show that we got some good drivers and some good setups working out here tonight that were able to make these tires last for a good long time.
Yeah, I agree. Truck was tight till you dialed that brake bias back, and then you could kind of get it loose on entry if you really pushed it in there. So I kind of expected it to wear a little more on the left side, especially left rear, but it did not. It and like I said, shout out to Trevor for that. He was putting it in there. I figured after what I saw last week, I wasn't able to make the race at Sonoma, but after I saw what I saw there, I said he's going to be pretty tough to beat here too. So.
Yeah, but maybe you still come home with a P3 here tonight after some of the beef, some of the chaos, some all kinds of good stuff. Hey, you come home with fenders on your truck and you come home not ticking anybody off. That right there, that's a winner, at least in my book, every time I raced here anyway. Vic, buddy, congratulations on the P3 here tonight. Appreciate your time. You got any sponsors, any shout outs you want to thank?
I want to thank you guys for decorating this waiting room with this it's kind of like a senior theme. I see some die casts and some Dale Jr. in the corner, and a little bar over there on the side. I like it. It's lit up in neon. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, which we have to keep Jake out of the bar during the broadcast. That's the downside to it.
It's hard to do, really. It's hard.
But yeah, I'll just shout out to my wife for letting me get up here and take care of the youngins while I come up here and do this. Again, thanks for y'all for putting this on. It's awesome.
Alrighty, Vic Brown comes home with the podium here tonight. Buddy, congratulations on the finish. Appreciate your time. We'll see you at Charlotte next Sunday night.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
That was Vic Brown comes home with the podium here tonight. And Charles, buddy, I mean, what a race here tonight. I mean, we saw all kinds of great stuff here tonight. I mean, literally, we got to see green flag. We had to see green flag pit stops, 2 races at Martinsville. I swear to God, if I'd have bet $10 on that right there, I'd have lost. I guarantee you I would have, because I would have sat there and said, no, there's no way it's happening. And sure enough, it happened. Charles, I mean, always a pleasure with you and Miss Omed up here in the booth. Your final take on the night in general, but more importantly, the truck, since we just got done with them.
Yeah, I mean, in general, great racing tonight. Obviously, we had our cautions. You're going to expect cautions at Martinsville. That's just the nature of the track. But once again, it goes to show the class of drivers we have. They're going to race hard, but they're going to race as clean as they can. They're going to keep the mistakes down to a minimum. And also shout out the admins, obviously keeping the leash a little tight, making sure that when mistakes are made, they're punished appropriately. We saw several EOLs during that ARCA race. Didn't see any tonight, obviously, in the truck race because we didn't really have any shenanigans, I would say. So yeah, great race tonight, and looking forward to that big 1.5 miles at Charlotte next week.
Yeah, it'll be a good one when we get up to Charlotte, NC, North Kakalaki next week. It'll be very, very interesting. Real quick, before we do get off the air tonight, I do want to send out our prayers, or our thoughts and prayers, obviously, to the Hickman family and Andrew Coward as well. I know just prayers to all of them for what they got going on and everything else. So if y'all need anything, give us a holler, and if you want to talk, we're here. So, but prayers out to their family as well. And what a race! What a race! 2 races back to back. I mean, Flaming Karma is legit. It is the real deal. I mean, these these old boys know what they're doing each and every Sunday night. Honestly, it's better than NASCAR, if you want me to be honest with you. I haven't watched a NASCAR race in I don't know how long, but which I know I get paid to watch this, Charles, but it is worth it. It is good stuff. You love to do it. It's awesome. And they always put on a hell of a show, and they damn sure did here tonight. Trevor trying to go for 3 in a row next week at Charlotte. Will it happen? We'll have to find out next Sunday night. But folks, that is going to do it for this broadcast here on Motormouth Broadcasting. Got to thank all the great sponsors, obviously Flamin' Karma Paints, Navy Joe. We talked about them, NavyJoe.coffee on the website. Get you some coffee over there for the Navy boys. And Alloy Wheel Repair Specialist of the Upstate. Thank you very much to them for their sponsorship. All the sponsors, Roasted Record, Digital Race Engineer, over here with Motormouth Broadcasting, to so many great sponsors that put a lot of hard work and effort and everything else into this league and in this channel and everything else. So thank you very much to each and every one of the sponsors. Drivers, you can't say nothing else about it. Hell, I've said it 400 times already. What a drive, what a race y'all put on here tonight. It was a pleasure to call it. I mean, fans, great stuff. Love the fans. If you haven't yet, once again, hit the like, hit the subscribe, keep up with everything going on with Motormouth Broadcasting. And obviously, Gerald Poole for allowing us to come in here, broadcast it, be ourselves. Jim Cunningham, hopefully everything's still going good with him. But, Gerald Poole, Jim Cunningham, allowing us to come in here, be ourselves, entertain you, the fans, see some of the best racing on iRacing. For Miss Omet and the lovely Miss Omet doing a hell of a job. Fantastic job here tonight, Miss Omet, on the production. And from a co-commentator, Mr. Charles Bochelle, I'm the Redneck Announcer, Jake Reeves. Said, as I always say, be safe, be kind, be fast. Charlotte, North Kakalaki, Lowe's Motor Speedway. It was the house that Jimmy Johnson literally owned back in the mid-2000s. Who is going to win it? Is it going to be Trevor Questenberry's house come next Sunday night? Who will take it home? You got to wait, find out. Motormouth Broadcasting is the channel, same time, same place. Motormouth Broadcasting, where legends are created one quarter at a time. God bless y'all. We'll see y'all next Sunday night.